credit for managing 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a full-time job to pursue an MBA, and credit for serving in the military by day so they can study cybersecurity at night. For over 75 years, we've been helping students receive the credit they deserve. With more than 135 degrees and certificates, students at UMGC can use prior learning or relevant experience to earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's, and graduate students can transfer up to 12 credits toward their master's. At UMGC, you'll find everything from online to hybrid courses and lifetime career services to scholarship opportunities, making your education journey flexible, fast, and affordable. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Retirement components look different for everyone because everyone is unique, but there are major components everyone needs in their retirement. So, Coach Pete, what are things that need to be covered with everyone?
The 4 main things we go over: retirement planning. Everyone needs a retirement plan. We're all going to retire eventually. We need to make sure our money's waiting for us when we get there instead of us waiting for our money. And then we need asset allocation and investment guidance. In other words, where is your money? Why is it there? And should it stay there? Or when do we move it around every now and then? Or should we move it? Is it a good time to move it now? Then tax planning. Nothing in writing that says you have to overpay. When you're in retirement, you want taxes in your favor, not against you. And then estate, succession, legacy planning.
For a complete retirement review, comprehensive and customized, call Coach Pete's local trusted advisor, Craig Chandler of Chandler Wealth Management. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164. Again, 800-419-6164.
The Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
He's taking law and order on the road. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Vice President J.D. Vance in the Atlanta suburb of Peachtree City.
I bet that as great as Atlanta is, and as beautiful of an American city as it is, there are places in Atlanta where you wouldn't take your family today. Is that correct?
This a day after he was heckled while visiting National Guard members who are part of a crime crackdown in Washington, D.C.
We got to take America's streets back for the American people, and that's what the President of the United States is doing every single day.
President Trump plans to go on patrol in D.C. tonight with federal law enforcement and the military. City leaders have argued crime was already declining in Washington, using stats the Trump administration is investigating. The president's legal fight with New York's Attorney General reaches new heights after an appeals court ruling tossing out the penalty in a civil fraud case as excessive. He had been ordered to pay more than $500 million.
President Trump responded on Truth Social to the court's decision today, writing, quote, "I greatly respect the fact that the court had the courage to throw out this unlawful and disgraceful decision that was hurting business all throughout New York State. Others were afraid to do business there." He also went on to call Letitia James a corrupt and incompetent attorney general who only brought this case in order to hurt me politically.
Fox's Brian Yennis. However, a majority of the panel also upholding last year's finding that the president, his 2 oldest sons, and the Trump organization were liable for business fraud. James plans to appeal today's ruling on the penalty. A state of emergency in New Jersey in preparation for indirect impacts from Hurricane Aaron. Governor Phil Murphy warning of flash flooding, high winds, and dangerous surf as that storm continues to churn off the east coast of the U.S. with a tropical storm warning that includes North Carolina up to Virginia and parts of Bermuda. America is listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, "No, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out." It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. How's it going? With Pete Davis, sidekick producer, sports raconteur extraordinaire, the mechanical mangler at your controls. It's Flounder. I made it to Thursday, so kind of a good sign. Da-da-da-da-da. And let's see, everybody, how about I had a wonderful day of happy surprises and wonderful little doggies and a sweet little girl trivia. It's just what a wonderful beginning to the rest of my day. Hope you guys had it too, and we'll talk about it in a second. First of all, is there something going on? There's no Braves game tonight. Is there a Braves game tonight? They're not home, are they?
No.
They're not here. But there's an awful lot of parking stuff going on in the lot, and there were an awful lot of people wandering around. They have, every once in a while, there are hundreds of people who look like business young people, like 25, 30-year-old, and there's a swarm of them.
Well, across the street from us is the Roxy, and they hold all kinds of events there.
I think that's what it was. But it's kind of cool because, and I think back to myself, and they all look like they're young and excited, and like young executives or something, and they have like training seminars or some stuff like that. And I think back of the day when I was oh man. Your first career move, and you're on the thing, and it's, oh lordy.
If you cry, I will come down there right now.
No, I got a happy smile. However, I had a little tiny weep earlier, getting ready for the story I'm going to lead with here shortly. But first of all, Pete Davis, what's new in the mountain? What are you looking at? What's going on? Is there a bear out there or something, or what the hell was that?
Well, he's acting like Moonbeam showed up for his day patrol, and he didn't want treats, he didn't want water. He made me sit on the porch and pet him for 30 minutes a few minutes ago.
This is a big dog.
Standing. Yeah, I had to turn the fan on the front porch because he decided that's where he's going to lay the rest of the afternoon, and now he's just barking, laying on his side, lifting his head, barking at something.
Yeah, well, bring him in. What the hell? That's what I say.
He's been in the creek. He stinks.
Oh, so. Well, that would cause an issue. Anyway, so anything new in the last 24 hours other than doggy on the porch?
I went for spaghetti night last night. It was very good spaghetti.
Well, just plain spaghetti and sauce, or what? Everything in it? Meatballs or
red sauce, white sauce?
Yeah. What kind of?
It was a meat sauce with little marinara on that, with a side salad there at the Waffle King. It was a lovely spaghetti dinner.
Yeah. Well, no, I like spaghetti and red sauce, but absolutely. But it's not like it's really, you need to have meatballs or sausage or get it all forked in there, And by the way, how do you, just curiosity, how do you eat spaghetti? Do you leave it as it is and with a fork and twirl it?
Yeah.
You do a fork and twirl it. Flounder, how about you? How do you eat spaghetti?
I do a curl.
Curl with a fork?
Curl with the fork.
Yeah.
What about you, Kimmer?
Well, not me.
Of course not.
I chop it. I chop the living crap out of that.
Well, I do a little bit of chopping.
Oh, I chop it all. No. I chop that sucker like that, and then I take the meatballs and the sausage, and I chop those babies like that, and I use a spoon. And I take that baby, and I take the roasted, toasted bread with extra butter on it, and you
You don't do the Lady and the Tramp thing where you share a noodle?
Well, you have to have somebody to share it with. You see, that's the thing, You have to have like a girl. So, it's like 23, 24 years. You see, it's been, you don't really think about spaghetti with a girl anymore. It's kind of, I think I did that in my younger days. Oh, by the way, a memory of one of the girls that we were talking about yesterday when she says, no, you have to stop kind of deal. That'll be coming up here in a second kind of a thing. Anyway, I didn't get to the Flounder. Anything new with you and Mrs. Flounder, Veronica?
All is well. I had to take Lucas to the vet this morning. His leg was limping. And
from the other day you mentioned
they couldn't find anything wrong with it, but he had a temperature. He had like 104 fever.
Ooh, he's got like an abscess or something?
No, the doctor said other than that, they gave him some antibiotics and he was really dehydrated, but apparently he's annoying the heck out of Veronica right now, so he's back to normal.
As it should be. Well, that's good. And how you're feeling better? You're sounding
I'm about there. I'd say I'm about 95% today, so I'm back to the
sign it. What was it?
It was just a head cold.
Yeah. Wow. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, here's our number. Love to have you aboard. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Got a lot of newsy stuff, and I'm going to start with a real happy tearjerker story, which I just like. I love it, and I actually too like kids stories, and then a lot of bad things about children stuff coming. But we got politics and all that kind of stuff. But first of all, a couple quick things, if you don't mind. I'm holding up for our YouTube mafia. I'm holding up in my dirty little hand a picture, a drawing using Sharpie fine point pens by a little girl named Mabel, who's 6 years old, and her mommy is Tiffany, who used to be our work wife when Pete and I had a little office next to her 20 years ago, whatever it was. And she was our work wife. We loved her. She's just the sweetest woman, married and has a little girl.
Still is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not, when I say, I almost hate to say work wife because, some people are taking that like the wrong thing. No, she's just a sweet neighbor, and she used to call us when we were looking at the girls going into the bikini stores or the sunbathing, the tanning salon and the nail place.
I remember the first time when I first started working with you guys, and I had to go to that back office because I had a question about a sound you wanted, and you had the binoculars. I was like, what in the hell is this creep doing?
I had binoculars, and I was looking at all the strippers who going to get their toes done.
And then Pete just looked at me, and Pete goes, "Can I help you?"
Between their tans and their toes, there were little short shorts and halter tops.
You guys were so pissed off when y'all had to move offices.
Man, I couldn't believe it kicked us out of there. Scumbag. Anyway, so Tiffany was our office mate, and so sweet. And she has a little girl, and I've told you I've been trying to throw away stuff in my place. I mean, it's stupid, and it's hard to get rid of because I just people gave me things anyway. So over the last whatever time, I've collected Sharpie. Now I have these are the big. I'm holding up the big Sharpies, the coloring pens. They're big, the big fat ones and stuff. But I used to do my coloring books and very specific little things. I had the fine point Sharpies, and I realized I was cleaning out a closet, and oh my God, I had probably 200 of these fine point Sharpies of all different colors. And so I'm dipping them up in big bags, and I brought a bag of them, probably 100 of them or 80 or 90 of them. Hey, doll, how you doing, baby? There's my girl. You look at you. Anyway, I'm sorry, I got distracted. So I brought in this whole big bag, 60 or 80 or maybe Sharpies, and gave them to Tiffany and said, I'll bet your daughter likes this kind of thing. And so she did, and the son of a gun, her sweet daughter, Mabel, who's 6 years old, drew me this picture and signed it and autographed it and said, thank you, and dated and everything else. And it's a picture of animals and a farm life with a livestock barn and a home with a sundial on top of it, or whatever, a thing there, and a pig, and I mean, it's so sweet. And so thank you, Miss Mabel, and I will put that up, and I'll tack that up today when I get home and keep it at my place. And the other kind of a personal, now, Pete, was that a thing I need to know here now or what? You said, tell me to shut up or what? Wait a minute. What the hell? You and your little friend is spaghetti time. Well, that's so sweet. That little spaghetti dinner picture with
what's this place called?
Oh, my God. And you got a bottle of spaghetti on the table? Are you having some ketchup, on your spaghetti?
No.
She had a patty melt.
Ketchup on spaghetti.
I can't.
She's got a chicken patty melt.
All right, I got to get my stupid things on here.
It looks like an upgraded Waffle House. What's that place called?
It is. It's the Waffle King.
The Waffle King.
Well,
that's a sweet picture. I'm very happy for it. Oh, I just got another freaking deleted report chunk from politicians. Man, they're all over my phone. Anyway,
I know. Derek Dooley sending me stuff. Yeah.
And by the way, is that a thing? We haven't really talked about the local politics. It's a little early, but the politics where are Donald Trump and Governor Kemp going to have a thing over who is endorsing whom for, the next big races? Because I don't think Donald Trump was in big favor of the coach's kid. But I don't know.
But Dooley's a big fan of him.
I hope it. Oh, please, God, please don't let Georgia Republicans be stupid again, okay? Let's be all together and do the right thing just once, okay? Well, it cost us 2 freaking Senate seats by being idiots. Okay. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say is, 2 things. I went to Dr. Dina today. Atlanta Smiles, a dentist with a doggy. Sure enough, I had little Zha taking a nap in my lap. I was getting some stuff by the thing I got going. And so I took a video of that, of the little doggy, while I've been getting some stuff done with Dr. Dina and her doctor assistant partner. And so that was kind of cool if you want to see the videos. And the other thing, this morning, my daughter Jennifer, this morning somehow on my Facebook page on my phone, boom, a picture popped up of me from 1970 after I'd gotten out of the Marines and moved to Phoenix. I was going to Arizona State to finish up my undergraduate degree and got a job at a radio station called KHAT. KHAT was a country station. And there's a picture of me in my prep school glasses and my prep school look up against a wall, which was taken by a guy named Chris Colt, who was one of the disc jockeys at the radio station in Phoenix in 1970. And he was a photographer. He was also an actor. He got a bit part in the TV show, in the TV series Combat with Vic Morrow. And his claim to fame was that he was a part-time bit actor in that. And then he took my picture to do it. He wanted to take pictures of all the people on the staff. And he took this ridiculous fairy girl boy picture of me up against a wall with my face. Oh, it's horrible. And I put it on Facebook because Jennifer put it on Facebook and it opened up and I put it anyway. So
glamour shot.
Yeah, exactly what it looked like. It looked like Napoleon Dynamite. A guy claiming a glamour shot. Yeah, oh my God. So they started mocking me. And so I said, oh yeah, try this. And so I put a whole bunch of my childhood pictures up there today on Facebook and YouTube. And so now I'm getting some great reaction to those, which I will share with you after a little bit. But if you want to check them out, my Facebook and the YouTube has some childhood pictures. And you can mock me all you want. My baseball uniform and fishing, and I don't even remember. Boy Scouts, so the guy looked like a terrorist. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 314. How you doing? 404-741-1230. Love to have you join us. What do you think? What's up? How you feeling? And we got a lot of news. And Shannon Burke at 5 o'clock. Shannon Burke at 5 on 106.3. Look out.
If you love 106.3, then you'll love the all-new Extra 106.3 app. It's loaded with replays of your favorite shows like The Morning Extra and The Kimmer Show, podcasts from conservative voices across the South, and access to Extra's crystal clear live stream from anywhere in Georgia. Grab it now for Apple or Android.
Don't forget, we're still in August, and all this month, you're going to save a whole bundle of money at Atlanta Safe House, the Browning Safe Sale. Holy smoly. It's rebates that are, they'll knock your socks off. You'll save so much money with the Browning Safes, and I remember decades ago, that was my first gun safe. Speaking of gun safes, don't forget, Atlanta Safe House, no sales tax on gun safes. And check out those pistol safes. Holy cow, they're beautiful. And by the way, they're all shapes and sizes, and they can change them on the inside for nooks and crannies and all that kind of stuff too. And also, don't forget, they can rent you a safe if you're doing something, you're going to be gone for a while, or maybe you have a convention or a sales thing or whatever. They have wall safes. They have biometric electric locks they can put on there. They have safes with barrel racks for long guns and pistol racks and bows and arrow things and all that kind of stuff. And don't forget, the big deal is the Browning rebate. Big Time Charlie, saving you an awful lot of money. Don't forget, their showroom is in Ackworth on Industrial Boulevard, and they can change your master reset code if you have a safe, or if you have one that's broken, they can fix it. They can rent you a safe. They can do it all. Please tell them the Kimmer sent you. They protect your rights and your stuff, just like my daughter found out when she couldn't find her title. Well, it's in my safe now. Anyway, AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
An investment in your home is something that will pay off in the future, but it's something that you can enjoy right now. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. A beautiful new garage door, entry doors, and windows are an investment you can love every day, and they will increase your home's value, energy efficiency, and curb appeal. All Four Seasons, trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years, exceptional customer service, and high-quality work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
The right partner makes all the difference. For more than 185 years, we forged personal relationships with our customers and communities, funding economic development and rallying around the causes that are important to our neighbors. With the technology, products, and expertise you'd expect from a big bank, and the local decision-making and commitment to community from your neighborhood bank, United Bank Shares is your trusted financial partner for life. Learn more at bankwithunited.com. United Bank Shares, member FDIC.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, Trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys, ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
So I just realized, I think it's so cute that now Pete Davis and his girlfriend are taking pictures of their food.
No labels. No labels.
Here's what we had for dinner.
Okay. Look, we two can play this game. Nice high water pants you got going here, Junior.
I know. So in fact, one of the comments is, they can put that under your arms. I just sent them Flounder and Pete the pictures I sent and put on Facebook. I put them
Look
in
at those pants.
I know.
Nipples.
What can I tell you? It's absolutely true. My God. And believe me, I'm going to read some of the comments that people reacted to. First of all, let me do the actual program here. This is Foo Fighters, and it was on this day, 2015, after the Westboro Baptist Church, famous for their anti-gay demonstration, staged a protest before a Foo Fighters concert. The band responded by driving a truck in front of the demonstrators and rickrolling them by blasting a version of Rick Astley's hit "Never Gonna Give You Up." Foo Fighters, taken on after the Westboro Baptist Church people staged a protest. In fact, I used to be a member of the Patriot Guard, the motorcycle groups of those who had motorcycles would put on a white dress shirt, and we would show up at military funerals, and I did a couple of those, and before I retired, we did a couple of those funerals and showed up at the military funeral ceremonies in case there were protesters, because they were going to run into trouble. And I remember they were driving up on my Harley and with all those guys, and by God, it gives me tingle thinking about it. It never had to have a problem, but we were looking for it. I mean, those scumbags, what a horrible thing to do to people who died in wars.
That would have been a righteous laying on of hands.
Oh yeah. I mean, believe me, we were all very, very ready. Let's see. A birthday list includes Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, 44-year-old twins, the guys who sued Mark Zuckerberg for stealing their idea to create Facebook. He paid them $65 million in 2008. Apparently, they're still pretty ticked off about it. Wait, what's Mr. Penn here? Pretty ticked off about it. And by the way, in that movie, The Social Network, explained quite a bit about it. I thought it was a really good movie. And when it's on, I always DVR it and play it for a while back. And our birthday list, our history thing, we kind of mentioned this the other day in passing. And it was on this day in 1942, Walt Disney's Bambi was released in theaters. He re-released it in 1947, 57, 66, 75, 82, and 1988, making one of the best-known Disney movies ever because he kept releasing it. Initially, it lost money, and a lot of people were very upset by Bambi, the movie. Sales of hunting licenses dropped dramatically after the film came out, and in edition of the magazine Outdoor Life, the editor Raymond Brown wrote that the film was the worst insult ever offered in any form to American sportsmen. Despite what some people think, Disney really didn't have an agenda when he created the film. He was following a book called Bambi, A Life in the Woods, by an Austrian author named Felix Salten. And again, when it was time to take my little girl daughters to go see Bambi, like all people know, and people take their little girls, my wife said, I'll hop on. Nope, I'm not going. You take them. I'm not taking them. And so I took my two little girls, who I guess they were, I'm trying to remember, probably 7 and 4 or 5, something in that area. We cried through. Oh God! And I kept saying, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." Oh God! There's nothing worse than seeing your daughter. It was horrible.
Bad dad.
It was horrible. Anyway, and now speaking of that. I'm sorry. For a couple things on those pictures, let me do a couple of reactions, and maybe I'll get back to some more later as we go in the program here. But I put those pictures on Facebook. It started my daughter, one popped up, and she was kind of making fun of me for that ridiculous photograph of me up against the wall, which was, did I even show you that one? I don't think I sent that one to you guys. Let me send it to Pete and Flounder here. Hold on a second. There you go. I'm sending the one we were making fun of originally up against the wall. So now you can see what they're talking about because you know how bad it is. Now I got to get back to Mr. Phone. So some of the comments, especially about that picture of me in those glasses, Jennifer said, sorry, Daddy, had to do it. Guy said, did you lose an ear in Vietnam? Another, I never knew you had hair. It looks like I don't have it. I got one ear shot off. Another, called me a nerd. It's a miracle Jennifer was born at all. This was 2 years before she was born. Looks like you saved the glasses, the continuing virgin glasses he issued you in boot camp. And yet they hired you anyway. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, have you noticed this? Meta AI is popping up on my reactions to my Facebook pictures, and I'm going to read you what this is all of a sudden just started happening. It just popped up, and it says Meta AI, what people are saying. Commentators are shocked and amused by the vintage photo, joking about the subject's hair and resemblance to Clark Kent. One commenter shares a personal connection, recalling a radio gig with notable country musicians. Others poke fun at the subject's appearance, predicting a troubling future. Holy crap! AI went on to my Facebook reactions comments and made a commentary based on what they think it all means. Oh my God! Mm-hmm. Holy smoke! Do you guys get that? I mean, when do you post something and then AI gives you a synopsis of what people are saying about it?
I didn't know they did that. Yeah.
I mean, that's astounding.
Do you know it can do therapy? Did you know that if you have a problem with somebody, you can type in what the problem you're having with that person and ask AI how to handle it, and it will tell you how to handle it?
Probably as good a job as a doctor because it has all the sources for all the doctors in the world. It can get you the answer in, 2.5 seconds?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just unfreaking believable. Bill McCarter says, I was still wearing the military birth control glasses, right? Peter Bonner, that's a photo I'll not get out of my head soon enough. It's like a nightmare. I roll over and instead of my sweet wife, there you are. Looks like I should be turned on the side so you'll be on the pillow. Oh, God. Natural killer. Judy says, are you sure that's you? Tracy thought it was Dexter. Holy crap, the Kimmer is Elton John. Anyway.
Yeah, you do look like a young Reginald Dwight. You do.
I mean, it's amazing. And there's somebody other than when I was a kid. Oh, Lord. Anyway, so it's always having a little fun, and people are joking around, and that's fun. Anyway.
Well, the thing is, you can put those pictures into AI, and it'll make a video. So it'll make that video live.
Make you move. It'll make you move around. Yeah.
You know, but again, I'm flabbergasted because Meta AI apparently took it on its own to read the comments of the posting and then made a synopsis paragraph of what it all meant.
Somebody may have asked it to. I don't know if it does it automatically.
I don't even, I've never...
if you want to know, you put a product out and you want to know what people are saying about it, but you don't have time to read every single one of them, you can ask AI, give me a synopsis of what people are saying.
I understand. That's great. In fact, that's a big help, I assume. People would love that, assuming they do a good job of it.
Amazon does that.
Yeah, like on a lot of ad posts where there's like thousands of comments, the first thing will be a summary of what the majority of people are saying.
Yeah, but again, that sounds like they want that to happen. I never asked Meta AI to tell me what people are saying about my pictures. I mean, plus it popped up right after but that's unbelievable. I mean, who decided that the AI should say, well, I'm going to tell Kimmer what they're thinking? What? What now?
One of our bosses, Scott, you know him as...
Steve,
says, well, apparently it happens when you start getting enough people commenting on your post.
Mr. Sarcasm. I think I'll get him a new hat. Jeez. You're not doing that for listening to your post there. Jesus. I made the mistake of going in there to see how we're doing on the ratings. That's always a mistake. I should never open my mouth.
Why did you do that for?
I'm an idiot because I'm an idiot and it's over and that's a ball game. I never should have gone in there and now he's going to make fun of me for now. He's going to probably tell the morning. He's going to tell the morning guys, oh my God, because they like 20 minutes. They can handle 20 minutes of my show and then they can't stand it anymore. But that 20 minutes to like take notes and get ready for the next thing. So I'm going to hear this in the morning.
Ignorance is bliss. When it comes to
I know, but I can't help it. I got to listen to something at 5:30 in the morning. What I got to do is listen to rock and roll. Anyway, all right, 3:28 already. Holy cow! Oh, here's the story that I wanted to. I just got the biggest kick out of this, and I am not going to get emotional. Here's the headline: Daddy, I'm getting a heart. So says Ava Cooper, who's 11 years old. Ava Cooper was in the hospital for 200 days waiting for a heart transplant. She was born with nothing but trouble. She had her first heart surgery at 6 days old. When she was 5, she had endured another 4 open heart surgeries. Last year, she started getting sick again. Her parents had to put her in the hospital for 200 days at the Cleveland Clinic Children's Hospital, hoping for a donor heart. 200 days in the hospital. They threw Sunday dinners, birthday parties, brought up presents for Christmas, had a daddy-daughter dance in the hospital room since she couldn't attend the one at school. And then one day, her doctor, Madeline Townsend, got word they found a heart. So she went to Ava's room, and there's video of the doctor leaning into Ava in her hospital bed and whispering the good news into her ear alone so that she could be the one to tell her parents. And she said, Daddy, I'm getting a heart. And she did. And she's home after 8 months in the hospital. And she said she's most excited for being able to go back in her own bed and spend time with her dog, Rocky. No signs of rejection. Heart's doing well. Daddy, I'm getting a heart. Holy cow. 3:30. Happy day. I mean, what a country. God bless America. God bless everything. 3:30, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's your day? Look out.
Get the latest breaking news and insight from the biggest conservative voices in the South when you follow Extra 106.3 across all your social media platforms. Find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube at Extra 106.3.
Yeah, driving along, no problem on the roadways these days, but I still have David Van Sant ready to go on my phone just in case, because I've been hit a couple of times, that old side-swiping thing, and luckily didn't need to have an insurance issue. But when you do, I don't want to be dealing with insurance companies' lawyers, because you do this for a living. Well, so does David Van Sant. Used to work for the insurance industry. And again, I really have to point this out. This is important. He's a big-time trial lawyer, because he's on the top 100 trial lawyers list in Georgia, and the super lawyer list, which is a real big-time Charlie thing, too. The guy gets the job done, and he's a personal injury lawyer, which means, we talk about car accidents in a truck or motorcycle or whatever. But if you've been wronged and you are owed something and you're not getting it, that's what David Van Sant does for a living. Everything from workman's comp things to defective products or whatever. If you've been wronged, he's the guy to take care of it for you. And again, especially with insurance companies, they have charts and tables and graphs, and David Van Sant pretty much tells them what they can do with them, because they're going to pay more than they want to. Remember, you're number one. If you don't get paid, he doesn't get paid. So check it out. Here's that number, 855-GA-INJURY. Online, vansantlaw.com.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalamia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. Are home repairs piling up? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Relax. We've got you covered. From drywall dings and leaky faucets to deck repairs and trim replacement, we're your one-stop shop for everything for your home needs. No more juggling multiple contractors. Just call us at the Trusted Toolbox and we'll handle it. Your home deserves the best, and we don't want you breaking your back trying. Call the Trusted Toolbox today at 770-623-3097 or visit us at thetrustedtoolbox.com. The Trusted Toolbox, your one-stop shop for home repairs and more.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPSETC.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Kawasaki. When it comes to keeping your equipment running strong, don't settle for anything less than Kawasaki genuine parts. Designed to fit right, last longer, and perform better, Kawasaki parts keep your engine at peak performance. You can find them at Howard Brothers. They've got filters, belts, blades, and more. Whether it's a quick fix or routine maintenance, trust the parts made for the job. Power your equipment with Kawasaki parts. Available at Howard Brothers. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Kawasaki and Howard Brothers.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit umgc.edu to get started. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Hey, it's Lowe's here to tell you about a new, stress-free, and completely transparent way to purchase your next pre-owned car, truck, or SUV. It's with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, traditionally, I've been a payment buyer. How do you work with that type of buyer?
I have people that come in all the time and they want to spend $20,000. Okay, if their payments are $400 on $20,000, they don't realize without the doc fees, without all this other stuff, we can put them in a 22 or 23 model car and we can spend a little bit more money and have the same payment. So if you're a payment buyer, don't come in here just saying, I want to spend $20,000, because we can sit there and help you and we can put you in a newer car with lesser miles at a payment you need.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the honest car guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
The only thing better than covering all these Trump wins is watching the left implode over it.
Donald Trump, he's entertaining the world while he's changing the whole freaking planet.
Extra 106.3 is committed to bring you the news you care about most. From Atlanta legends and conservative voices you've relied on for a generation. Proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Look out now. It was on this day in 2013. Legendary concert promoter Sid Bernstein, best known for booking the Beatles at Carnegie Hall and Shea Stadium. Sid Bernstein passed away. He was 95 in 2013. Yeah, I want to be with you. He changed the American music scene in the 60s by bringing the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Herman's Hermits, the Moody Blues, and the Kinks to America. The first impresario to organize rock concerts at sports stadiums.
Did you hear it? The Beatles are coming out with an anthology 4, and it's basically the 9-part documentary series November 26th, only on Disney Plus.
And this is you're talking about a video.
And video, the music, new video, new film, new music. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, is this like a monster, like a 4-hour of everything they've ever done kind of deal, I wonder? Anthology
kind
of
thing? It's a 9-part documentary.
Oh, my God. Holy. And how much? You got to pay. Wow, that's got to be.
No, you got Disney Plus. It's right there.
Holy smokes. And this coming out now, who's doing this? Do we know?
McCartney.
Oh, wow. Well, he does need the money. So, anyway, holy moly. I'll bet they paid him $1 billion. I mean, you know how many people are going to get that to watch that? Maybe, I hope. I don't know. Whatever. Boom. Anyway, Kimmer Pete Flounder, how's it going? 3:38 on the clock. And here's the number, 404-741-1230. Birthday list includes Alicia Witt. I remember her from an episode of The Sopranos when she played the Talon Nation, whatever. Alicia Witt is 50. Alicia Witt was a child star. She was in Dune. She was in Sybil. She was in the episode of The Sopranos, a bunch of other things. Alicia Witt is 50. When she was a child, she was a music prodigy in the piano, graduated from high school when she was 14, was a Carnegie Hall concert pianist as a teenager, and studied music and piano something or other at, I believe it was either Boston University or University of Massachusetts or something up there. Alicia Witt, 50 years old.
Child. Yeah, she was in Justified, hot redhead.
There you go. Yeah. And she's a 50 years old child prodigy. I'll be darned. I'd say history, 339, Ruby Ridge, baby. This day, 1992. Now, here's what it says. Pete, see what you think about the way they put this story. This was from writer of pop culture, I think. While attempting to apprehend Randy Weaver for failing to appear in court on a weapons charge, marshals encounter Weaver, his friend Kevin Harris, and Weaver's 14-year-old son, Sammy, and his dog. The marshals shot and killed the dog, prompting a gun battle that ended in the death of Sammy, the 14-year-old, who was shot in the back, and the death of the U.S. Marshal, who was shot by Harris, the friend. The following day, while preparing Sammy's body for funeral, an FBI sharpshooter opened fire, wounding Weaver and killing Weaver's wife, who was holding the door open when he ran back to his cabin. She was holding their infant daughter at the time. Weaver, his remaining children, and Harris later surrendered. Harris was acquitted of all charges. Weaver was acquitted of all charges except for the original arms charges. He was fined $10,000, sentenced to 18 months in prison, but was credited with time served. Timothy McVeigh would cite this and the Waco disaster as the reason for the Oklahoma City bombing.
All right. Well, that doesn't justify what McVeigh did, but I'm telling you right now, whoever at the FBI ordered that and ordered those people to open fire on those people needed to be hung.
That was a horrible mistake in judgment.
I'll tell you right now, if you shoot my dog, I don't care who you are. I'm going to shoot you.
It's just, and again, Randy Weaver had been walking around town every day, every night. They could have picked him up anytime.
It's like Waco.
Yeah.
It's like Waco.
Yeah. There was no reason. No reason. Anyway, it was 1992. What a horrible, horrible thing that was. Everybody was
out of control. Federal government empire.
Brutal. Kimmer Pete Flounder, how's it going? Okay, how you Thursday? Another little cute kind of kid story. Tell me what you think about this, because this could be. You think about this at least two ways. A teacher in Africa has posted a video about what she does with her first grade class, singing a song about how they should regard their own personal selves. This teacher, named Gelda Waterboer at the Rogate Primary School in Namibia, has posted the video, which has racked up a staggering 92 million views in a week. Here is the video of her, the teacher, singing a song to her first grade class. And I don't know the actual music to it, but here's the words are this. These are my private parts, private parts, private parts. These are my private parts. No one should touch them. No one should see them. And if you touch my private parts, I will tell my mother. I will tell my father. I will tell my teacher.
Well, I got no problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that either. In fact, some of the reaction, yes, louder. Teaching kids to not be shy about this is important. Another, this is actually the level of seriousness needed for this. Some people are saying, teaching our children to say no is not just about manners, it's about protection. Every child should know their body belongs to them. No one has the right to touch them in a way that feels wrong or uncomfortable. That's the other thing. Guy, as a father of daughters, I'm telling you, this is really a thing. And daddies especially have to be very, very careful how they deal with their young daughters and their bodies and their sexuality and danger. And I've got to remember the time. And I forgot whether Hoppo, my wife, told me about this or Jennifer did, when she was 5, 6, 7 years old, after school in the neighborhood, and some guy had stopped his car and tried to give her a piece of jewelry out the window of the car. And the tales are fuzzy now. This is 50 years ago or whatever. But she knew better, and everything was okay. But still, I mean, anyway, teaching kids, bad touching. And I remember when my daughter, and again, daddies and daughters, and I don't mean to be stupid about this, but when kids, try to be as open as you can, and you are as open and honest as you can at their level. If you try to remember, what is their level of understanding, and then you're open and honest and try not to make a thing about it. My kids would see me without any clothes on in the bathroom or the shower, whatever, and if they would ask about something, we would explain it and move on. And it was and just natural and easy, and just at their level of acceptance. Anyway, just I thought that was kind of cool. Just what a teacher idea, and a lot of folks are 92 million views in a week. I was singing the song. 344, cover Pete and Flounder. Okay, one more for Donald Trump in that freaking New York State. That New York State fraudulent, despicable hater who got Donald Trump guilty and had him try to pay a fine of over $500 million for a civil trial for business fraud. That's exactly my opinion for the whole thing there, Flounder. You're exactly correct, sir. Just aggravating as hell, ladies and gentlemen. So
crowd goes wild.
Letitia James. Anyway, appeals court in New York has thrown it out that $500 million judgment was ridiculous, including $100 million in interest he had to pay. And Supreme Court of Manhattan said, no, this is wrong. They branded him a fraudster for lying about his real estate value to get a bank loan. And again, the bank said, no, everything was fine. We gave him the loan. He paid it back. Everybody's happy. There's no reason to put anybody on trial. But Letitia James deliberately said she wanted to go get Donald Trump as part of a political campaign, and she did. And of course, the New York jury found him guilty, and the judge has said, this is ridiculous. You can't, that's just stupid. Now, apparently they didn't throw out the verdict. They couldn't say in a civil trial that the jury was wrong to convict him, but they're throwing out the award. And now Letitia James is going to try to go back and appeal and try to get something else again. But again, here we go. But at least another decision. All the stuff against Donald Trump, eventually all of it is that already hasn't been tossed will be tossed. It's just, once again, here we go. And also, we'll talk about the latest in the Biden people appearing before Congress in a closed-door thing. Also, wait till Neil Bortz. Here's about the next story we're going to come up with here in just a second. Yeah, the old Carnival Cruise updates.
I almost sent him the video, but I knew.
No, he'll know it. Now, Shannon Burke joins us today at 5. Tomorrow, Neil Bortz joins us at 4. And I guarantee you, he's going to talk about this video. All right, Kimmer Payne Flounder, 346. How you doing? Look out.
Your favorite Extra shows are streaming live video from the studio on Extra 106.3's YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Extra YouTube channel and get the Morning Extra and the Kimmer Show in live digital video.
There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping across Braves country. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is your go-to car wash destination for a game day ready ride. Experience Major League Clean at Tidal Wave, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves. Stay clean car happy all season long with membership discounts, exclusive giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves for details.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
When you buy a Subaru from Subaru of Gwinnett, you're buying more than a vehicle. You're buying safety for your family and something that will last a long, long time. In other words, you're buying trust. For a limited time, you can celebrate amazing offers on the all-new Forester, Crosstrek, or Outback during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, now through September 2nd. And you'll love more than just your new Subaru. You'll love the dedicated staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. With some of the best service specials in the area and a team you know you can trust, you'll ride with peace of mind knowing that Subaru of Gwinnett has your back. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you'll find the Subaru model you've always dreamed about at a price that makes that dream come true. But you need to get in by September 2nd to take advantage. We'll make it easy. Just start with the test drive, and before you know it, you'll be in the Subaru you love. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com, then stop by on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth. SubaruofGwinnett.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Now, I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but let me tell you why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out from the rest. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Everybody wants to play. Many of the local HVAC companies, though, have been sold to large conglomerates. And some are even coming back under new names. But at Central Heating and Air Conditioning, they never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947. And their dedication to our community has never wavered. They are the grand slam you can count on. Central's team of experts know the game inside and out, delivering dependable service and personalized solutions every time. So don't get caught off base. Choose the HVAC team that's always been in the game. Get Carrier products, Carrier warranty, and Carrier peace of mind. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts, Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Call them today, 770-GET-HEAT, or visit them online at centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Hey there, I'm Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, where you'll find local voices, familiar faces, and community businesses like Bubalo Medical.
Hey guys, it's Dr. Bubalo, and for 24 years, we've helped Atlanta look better, feel better, and perform their best. Our clinics provide expert care in weight loss, hair restoration, testosterone therapy, intimate health, and with our Bubalo Care membership, our patients gain access to at-cost medical services, advanced peptides, biological age tracking, and so much more. Want to know how fast you're really aging and how to turn back the clock? Give us a call at 404-998-4194 or visit mybioage.org to get started. That's mybioage.org.
Friends, it's time to take charge of your health and focus on you. There's no better time than now. And remember, Our Town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
A couple years ago, I was in the bathroom at the airport when I dropped my smartphone in the toilet. Not smart. I was multitasking when I should have been focused on the job at hand. Embarrassing, but I'm not alone. According to Google, 7 million other multitaskers accidentally dropped their phones into the bowl last year. A gentle reminder that right now you can get yourself a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 absolutely free with a $35 plan from Pure Talk. The A36 comes with scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass and a battery that'll last all day, along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking and the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword Mike Rowe to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Wow. This album was a big deal, it turns out, by Oasis. Bum, bum, bum. In 1997, Oasis' third album, Be Here Now, became one of the fastest-selling albums ever. And I love the way they write this, shifting over 350,000 units on the first day. The cover image for Be Here Now was shot at Stock's house in Herefordshire, the former home of Victor Lowndes, the head of the Playboy clubs in Britain. Oasis, 1997. Birthday coming up, and our phone calls take priority. Martin, you're on the radio. Happy Thursday, Martin. How's it going, man? What's up?
Tim, afternoon.
Yes, sir.
You were talking about the AI, and
yeah.
First I want to tell you how remarkable it is. It's so much better than Photoshop. For instance, the image of you, it doesn't show, back in the day, leaning against the wall.
Yeah, I know.
You have hair, and the prison numbers are nowhere to be seen.
I know. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I just open myself to all this freaking abuse.
Yeah. So seriously, there was an article on Tutors, rhymes with Tutors, news, Toiters, I think, anyhow.
Yeah.
But the headline, partner who wrote about AI ethics fired for citing fake AI cases. And it involved something in Chicago Housing Authority regarding lead poisoning and children gnawing on the windowsills or something.
Oh my!
But the issue is there was like a $24 million judgment in it, and the guy created all this fake AI crap as case precedents and so on and so to win the case. Anyhow, as a partner in the firm, he has since been fired. But it's this is only the beginning. Now, we have to agree entirely. There's so many things that we'll benefit from on AI in medicine, engineering and what have you.
Yeah.
But at the same, there's so many bad things that are going to spill out from it.
It's amazing. For the who just joined us, I posted videos of me, some old pictures of me, and I'm from as a kid and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, it says Meta AI posted a thing, and it had a synopsis of the comments. So AI somehow took a responsibility on its own to go through the comments that were sent to me on the Facebook posting and made a comment to write what people were saying and put it in a cogent form of basically summing up in a synopsis of what their comments were. I can't believe it. I mean, it was really well done. And it was pretty accurate, but what the hell? I mean, who's business? Why were they doing that? Nobody. I didn't say you could snoop around on my. Of course, I guess it's public if I post it. Anyway, I mean, it's a nightmare. I'm really. My head's a little funny about this. I'll be honest with you. It's pretty.
We're going to have to change. We're going to have to change your name to Melba because it looks like your toes.
Mulva. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Melba.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
I love it.
Okay. Afternoon.
Thanks, Martin. Always a pleasure to talk to our friend Martin. Our birthday list includes Amy Fisher, the Long Island Lolita. Amy Fisher's 51 today. She was in public eye notoriety when she was a porn star after she shot her boyfriend, who she was like a teenager at the time, and he was a car mechanic, Joey Buttafuoco, and he shot Joey's wife in the face at their doorstep and went to prison and then did porn and did celebrity rehab, and now she's basically out of the public eye. But Amy Fisher, I hope she's, doing all right, 51 years old. And our history list, ask with the history list. I'll get that thing later. A quick thing, I got a Flounders Funny coming up here, but we were laughing a minute ago because Neil Bortz, man, has a thing about Carnival cruises, and cruises anyway, but particularly Carnival cruises. Well, there's video of a melee breaking out on the Carnival cruise ship the last day of its voyage heading back to Miami. It had been cruising and they made stops in the Bahamas and then back to Miami. On the last day of the voyage, somebody screaming, "Where's security? Where's security?" The passengers are beating each other, trading blows on the floor. Security guards are trying to break up the flight. One overwhelmed officer fleeing the chaos, reaching for his radio. Shoes are flying. And one guy said they were fighting over chicken tenders. There was some issue with who didn't get chicken tenders or something. And again, if I recall, is it all black people? I guess it's just, were there any white people involved in it? It was all, is it, and they're saying, the guy said, let's see, I always hear Carnival is ghetto ratchet. I've been cruising for years, but then my first time seeing some action on a ship. And here's a guy, one guy said, we weren't close enough to know where the fight started. We heard it was in line for food at the chicken tenders. And then I always hear Carnival is ghetto. I've been cruising for years, but my first time seeing some action on a ship I was on. Y ends was tripping. Y ends.
Yeah, you don't want to say what that
I know,
means.
but again, they're saying this reaction. This is now Carnival Cruise is known for black people getting in fights.
It's in the equation as to whether I take a cruise.
I mean, seriously, I mean, my impression is that, it gets so much publicity, seems that this is where black people go to get in fights.
You know, some of the big ships,
are they too cheap?
There are parts of a ship you can pay to go to that other people can't go to.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. And no children, stuff like that, or party. But first, the flounder's funny.
They don't judge dogs. We judge. All our love comes with caveats. There's no such thing as unconditional love with human beings. But dogs, they don't care. They love. Hitler had a dog. Now, you think of that. I'm no fan of Hitler. I never liked him. I didn't like him before it was cool not to like him. But there was a dog in history who loved Hitler more than anyone. He would wake up in the morning and go, "Where's Hitler?" And Goering or something would go like, "He's not here, he's doing some evil stuff."
Goering.
I've explained to you, he spends most of his time doing evil stuff. You can't see him that often. He goes, "Okay, I know. I'm not trying to..." Listen, Goering, I love you. I love Mengele. I love everybody. All of you guys are the greatest. But it's just Hitler is the greatest man who's ever lived. This is why we ask that you don't use recording devices.
Norm Macdonald. I miss him. What a funny. We could just play his bits for about 2 weeks and never get tired. Anyway, Kimber Pete Flounder, how y'all doing? 4 o'clock on the clock of Rudy here on your happy Thursday. And I figured out what the phrase was I couldn't figure out yesterday with my crap thing, Flounder, at 2:30 this morning. Coming up.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta's Safe House.
A map debate shifts to California. Lisa Brady, Fox News. The California legislature debating a redistricting plan that would send new congressional maps to voters this fall, aimed at possibly sending 5 more Democrats to Congress.
California Republicans here say the newly proposed maps go against state law, in part because California has an independent citizen committee that's supposed to draw the state lines, and new maps are not supposed to be drawn mid-decade. And state Republicans say they still don't know exactly who drew these new maps.
Fox's Matt Finn in Sacramento.
Now, California Republicans say Governor Newsom spearheaded these new maps so he can campaign on it in a potential bid for president. But Newsom insists the new maps are in response to President Trump and Republican efforts to redistrict in Texas.
The Texas House approved a new map last night, sending it to the state Senate. The California Assembly just passing a redistricting plan, which could be signed by Governor Newsom as soon as today. A federal judge just ruling that President Trump's former lawyer, Alina Habba, was unlawfully appointed to serve as U.S. Attorney in New Jersey, though the judge is also putting that ruling on hold pending an appeal. 2 criminal defendants challenged whether Habba could prosecute them after her term as interim U.S. Attorney expired in July. But there's also a win in court for the president.
An appeals court has thrown out the massive civil fraud penalty which was imposed on Donald Trump after a judge found he fraudulently overstated the value of his properties and other assets to bolster his family business.
Fox's Lillian Wu. Today's ruling only throws out the penalty of more than $500 million. The New York Attorney General plans to appeal. The State Department says all U.S. visa holders are subject to continuous vetting for potential violations, including issues that could ultimately lead to deportation. That's in response to a question from the Associated Press. More than 55 million foreigners hold valid U.S. visas. Stocks finished lower. The Dow down 152 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? Oh, my. I don't know what this is here. Oh, my. Why are you doing that with your voice? 1987, Midnight Oil released their 6th album, Diesel and Dust, inspired by their tour of indigenous communities in the Australian outback. The single, Beds Are Burning, was a demand to give Aboriginal Australians back their rightful land, became the band's breakthrough hit in America. Rolling Stones magazine editors named it the best album of 1988. And in October 2010, Diesel and Dust was listed at number 1 in the book called 100 Best Australian Albums. I didn't know they had 100 Australian.
Could they find 100?
I didn't know they had 100 Australian albums. But I'm happy for them. This is horrible music, but, if they made money and, they're rich and I'm not, so who am I to say anything? Let's see here. Did I send you guys a picture of the girl I was talking about, my college date? Did I send those 2 pictures to you or just to the Facebook?
You sent the photo of the girl.
The girl, okay, that's what the thing. I thought a picture of me was me, my glasses and my sweater. That was my freshman picture, the one we bought to the freshman pig book, they call it. Anyway, I'll get to that in a second. Our birthday list includes Jackie to Shannon. Jackie to Put a Little Love in Your Heart, What the World Needs Now, Betty Davis Eyes. Kim Carnes turned that into a hit. Jackie to Shannon, though, was a big star in the 60s. Jackie to Shannon is 84 years old. In fact, I have a memory of listening to a Jackie to Shannon song while I was in the back seat of a... Well, let's see. And our history list. Oh, hold on a second. Now I can't find it. Oh, crap. Don't do this to me. No, do not do this to me. I got to start over. And now. Our history list includes, on this day in 1971, anti-war protesters associated with the Catholic left raid offices in Buffalo, New York, and Camden, New Jersey to confiscate and destroy all the draft records. The FBI and local cops got tipped off by an informant. They arrested more than 24 protesters, including 2 priests, who were in the midst of destroying and removing the draft files. The FBI said the raiders all blackened their faces, wore dark clothes, in possession of burglars' tools. They were by no means the first, so at least 4 dozen raids were held around the country. Hundreds of thousands of draft records were destroyed. And on purpose, again, this was, 1970, 71, stuff like that. Let's see. Oh, a couple things. On the pictures I put, some oldie pictures, and I did put the picture of the freshman pictures of the one of me with my glasses wearing a sweater, and the picture of that real pretty girl. And that was a girl named Mimi, and she was my kind of a girl, sort of a girlfriend date person in my freshman year of college, and we were friends, and she was my first Catholic date. I went to my first Catholic church service with that girl in the fall of 1964. And she took me to a Catholic church service. She was very sweet. She's a beautiful girl. Marjorie was her name. She hated, we called her Mimi. And she was the girl that we were talking about when you say no and stuff like that. And she was the first example of me. Well, we were both virgins. Okay, Mimi and I were both virgins, freshmen year in college, and we were one night we were at the fraternity hall, whatever, and making out. Oh no, I beg pardon. We were dating a little bit. She let me kiss her several times, and that was pretty much the ball game. I went to see her at Christmas time down in her house in Philadelphia at her home, staying at her house overnight, and we were making out in front of the fireplace in the living room floor, and things were getting really good. And then she got scared and said no, and she got nervous, and so I stopped. And we were both virgins, and I knew that this was not right, and so and it just felt funny. But again, there was no question about it. I never, I wonder if people even have any these days any sense of duty or responsibility or bending over backwards because the girl's the boss. We were always brought up that way. Bending
over backwards.
Well, it's another unfortunate grammatical contextual
phrasing.
Syntax. It's all syntax, I tell you. I get my split infinitives and my dangling gerunds with the pluperfect tense all messed up. Anyway, so that was Mimi, and she was, and so we were both virgins after that happened, and then anyway, a ball game. So it was just a sweet memory, and all those little people ripping me for all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Flounder. Yesterday I was trying to think of the phrase. I wrote down on my little, I have a sheet of things that I keep, track of, and I make notes all day and all night and stuff like that. And one of my notes said something about, it was called FL, and when I write FL, it either means something, it's a Florida tag, a news story coming up in Florida, or it means flounder, something flounder sent me, whatever. So on my notepads, if I put an FL, it either means flounder or Florida. So I did this in the morning yesterday, and then came to work, and I'm looking at my notes, and I'm saying, what the hell does that mean? I remember on the air, I said, I don't know what this means. And it was something like my or by, fight, pad, crap. And I remember now, in fact, you even came into the studio because I was fighting with my stupid iPad. And I was ready to...
Every now and then I'll kind of be doing something, I'll just look up and he's having a serious battle with that iPad.
So that's what it was. Flounder's trying to help me out.
Never mind the computer that's directly behind the iPad that he could use.
Well, again, I can't use that because then I got to get the keyboard and over here and Pete's picture. I mean, anyway, there's
the physical labor that would cause.
It would not be good.
What do you mean my picture?
No, I mean your video of you in the mountains of Macon. If I use the computer, I cut off the video feed. That's all. So, anyway.
Oh, by the way, thanks for jinxing me talking about let the dog in. Well, the thunder and the lightning started, so guess what?
Oh, the dog is well as it should be. Well, you can always
stinking
vacuum.
like the creek right now.
You can always vacuum. Anyway, Flounder, I came to the realization of what that meant at 2:45 this morning. That's how I operate. I wake up and, crap!
I mean, that happens to me all the time where I can't think of the name of something, but then I'll wake up to pee or get a glass of water or feed one of the animals, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that was it.
When do you get to be up here? Trust me. I mean, it's a nightmare. Anyway, that was not cool. Let's see. And again, I put some video on, went to Dr. Dean today, Atlanta Smiles, my dentist, and a little video with the doggy. And if you again, just join us, I got the sweetest picture from our friend, wife Tiffany, and little girl Mabel, 6 years old, drew me a picture with the pens I brought her, coloring pens I brought her. Yeah, they were so sweet. People are nice, and I appreciate that very much. I have a weird question. I got newsy stuff, and I don't feel like talking about it right now because I don't feel like it. So I got a question for you. In the parking lot, on a game night or things like that, when they have parkers, guys in these young kids, or whatever, in their little blue uniforms, and they park the cars. All right, now let me ask you this. How do they know where the cars are when it's time to go get them? There are no numbered spaces. There's no letters. There's no numbers. Have you noticed that? Flounder, you park here every day. Yeah, there's no. How do they find out if some kid gets a car? The people come into the gate and
you're talking about the valet.
Yeah,
they put a ticket on the. They put a ticket on the car and they match that with the key more than likely, and they put probably the location of the car because I'm sure each parking spot is numbered.
It's not. There's no. I've looked and looked because I wonder how the hell they find the cars.
They have some kind of system that works.
What
obviously.
kind of car it is, what floor it's on. It's not that big of a floor.
There's only 5.
There's 5. Well, wait a minute. There's 5 floors, and if all the spaces are taken on a daytime home game, if a guy gets the car and drives it up to the 4th floor and parks it somewhere, and then goes downstairs to get the next car, how does the guy who didn't park the car there find that car 2 hours later?
I'll explain you. Have you noticed when they're at the games like that they don't fill up the bottom floor and the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor and keep going up? There are empty spaces. I think every one of those guys has his own certain area that he's responsible for, and they just take turns, and he goes to his floor, and the next car goes to the other guy's floor, so he knows what's on his floor.
Well,
you should ask the lady, because there's a lady that always mans the downstairs area.
They're coming, they're racing around and coming and going, and all the different.
And sometimes those drivers are driving a little too fast.
They come around those corners, and I'll tell you what.
Take me twice.
When I come into this garage, first thing I do is make sure my headlights are on full, and I make sure when I go around the corner, I hit a little beep. Because those guys fly around the freaking corners way too wide.
They assume nobody's coming.
That's right.
I definitely give them the death stare.
Yeah. Now, it's not as bad going home because after 6, there aren't that many people coming up while I'm going down. So, but still, I mean, but again, I'm going to try to ask somebody because there are no numbers, there's no guides, there's no. I figure maybe there was kind of like a light system or something they could match with a key fob. But I don't know how they do it. How do they find the car? Because there are hundreds of them.
They hit the key fob and the lights will come on.
Well, what if they don't have a key? What if they don't have they don't lock the cars?
Who doesn't have that now?
I'm just telling you, I have no idea how they find all those cars because it's different guys.
I'm telling you how they do it.
They have their own floor, so they memorize them every day, according to Pete Davis. That's an incredible achievement, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing. He memorizes 150 car spots every single. That's an amazing. It's Kira, Pete, and Flounder solving the mysteries of the parking here at the Battery.
Mystery is solved.
It just says, look out.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast's premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
I have decided I'm changing my voter registration from Libertarian to Republican. My philosophy is still basically Libertarian, but the Libertarian Party is worthless. The Republican Party is not. So I decided I wanted to see some statistics. How many people are making switches like this? Some group called L2 is tracking party registrations. Guess what? Democrats are losing, Republicans are gaining. Democrats have lost a little over 2 million registered voters. Republicans have gained 2.4 million voters. And that number is incomplete because really blue states like California and New York allow voters to register by party. Some really red states like Texas do not. But this trend is nationwide. There are more registrations for Republicans now than Democrats. That's the first time that's happened in 6 years. Sure, voters are fickle. This could change. It could go the other way. But I ask you this. Who are the leaders of the Democrat Party right now? Who is there in the Democrat Party for you to look up to admire? Chuck Schumer? AOC? Ilhan Omar? For right now, the Democrat Party has nothing. Name one legislative proposal the Democrats are pushing in Washington, D.C. Just one that has any appeal to you at all. I mean, the big Democrat Party hero right now is this idiot communist running for mayor of New York. Oh, how they love him. He wants an end of private property. He wants to seize the means of production. Oh, and government-run grocery stores. I'm enjoying this, and I'm proud to be part of the trend. But now I guess I'll be getting all that Republican junk mail. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Storms, heat, humidity, your home takes a beating down south. Southern Exteriors was built for this. Now they're offering 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug. I know the team at Southern Exteriors personally. They do things the right way. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters, anything to the exterior of your home, they do it all. Call Southern Exteriors today or visit them on the web. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN and southernexteriors.co.
Welcome to Willie's Wings, home of the secret sauce.
I'll take a dozen wings. Oh, by the way, I love that sauce. What's in it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
While many financial advisors claim to have the secret sauce, they don't. In fact, if their sauce is so good, why are they keeping it a secret? Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement doesn't keep anything a secret. He knows there's much more to retirement planning than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Evan will develop a strategy designed specifically for you. It's your own secret sauce for retirement. Call Evan Ward at Atlas Retirement to schedule your personal portfolio x-ray today. Call 678-252-5224. That's 678-252-5224. Or online at atlasretirement.net.
Fine, you want to know what's in the sauce?
Absolutely.
Tablespoon of paprika.
Really?
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Here we go, that hot weather, steamy stuff, and scattered storms and showers. If you're putting in a lawn growing season, if you're a builder or contractor, get to Stovall & Company, wholesale landscaping supply. Been doing this for 75 years, 11 locations, latest one up in Canton. Paul and the boys run this operation as a family business with a name on the company. That means when you call and say, I need something right now, I'll bet it's on the way. I mean, that's the kind of attitude they have. They can really go above and beyond. And I love the story. They got all the plants and trees and shrubs and rocks and boulders and sprinkler systems and irrigation, all this stuff. But if you need something special and they don't have it, they'll tell you where else to go buy it from somebody else. That's how you can trust these folks. StovallInc.com.
Back to school means back to traffic in Atlanta. If traffic mishaps land you in trouble with the law, it's important to know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds. We handle bonds from local to federal for any jail in any city. And in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. Or online at atlbail.com.
There are nut jobs on the road. Who knows where they learn to drive? If one of them hits you, don't take care of it on your own. Call my friend David Van Sant, 855-GA-INJURY. Van Sant Law, one of Georgia's top-rated personal injury lawyers and car accident firms. Time is of the essence. Don't waste any. The longer you wait to get the right lawyer, the longer it takes to get the compensation you deserve. Call Van Sant Law today. The number is 855-GA-INJURY. VanSantLaw.com.
It's the Ramones. Hey, little girl. In 1993, Johnny Ramone had a 4-hour brain surgery operation. In 1983, they had found him unconscious on a street in New York. He had been in a fight and got the crap kicked out of him. 4-hour brain surgery. Johnny Ramone, 83. Mercy. Want to be your boyfriend. That's like that little skater girl. I want to be your girlfriend. I don't like your girlfriend. I want to be your girlfriend. What's that little skater girl? What's her name? She's a little Canadian girl, and she was, oh, good Lord. Is it a song about this? She didn't like the guy dressing up like a phony. Be yourself when you're riding in the car. The little skater girl. What the hell? Flounder, you know what I'm talking about.
Who are you talking about?
The little skater, the singer girl. She's a little skater girl. They call her the skater girl. And she sang Skater Girl. And I want to be your boyfriend. I want to be your boyfriend. And is there nobody to rescue me? And nobody, come on, what the hell's the name of that little girl?
Olivia Rodrigo?
No, my God. She left home at 15 with her brother. No, my God. To go to New York to become a star.
Billie Eilish?
No. Good Lord. She sang
Avril Lavigne?
Avril Lavigne. I had such a crush on that little thing. Anyway, and she sang, I want to be your girlfriend. And like this guy singing, I want to be your boyfriend. That's
all that for that, huh?
I was trying to get to there, and it's just, see, this is what you're facing. This is what you're facing.
Not yet.
Yeah, well, it's not easy being me, mister. Anyway, our birthday list includes... Well, let's do another naughty little thing. Hayden Panettiere. Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
When you're done, we got Gary on the horns. He has a little idea for Pete for vacation.
All right, well, let's get to Gary. Is it Gary, did you say? Or?
Gary.
Gary. Hey, Gary, you're on the radio.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, welcome.
Hey, this is for Pete. But
right.
First of all, I want to tell you I have some Braves connections. The reason why there's so many people there and off events when the Braves aren't in town is because they have events inside the stadium. Sometimes 2 to 3, 4 companies, organizations, everything like that. The other thing is the reason why, and you can ask some people, I'm not going to tell you how they park underneath there, but those are usually the A-listers, the people that buy the premium season tickets, and they will get specialty parking under there for the game. So that's that. But this is for Pete.
Yeah.
Pete, you were talking about, I've been fortunate enough to travel around a lot and been to the Caribbean many, many, many times.
Yeah.
I will tell you something that you and your wife would really like.
Cool.
You don't need to do a cruise because it's kind of, that's cool, but that it's like, it's a direct flight from Atlanta to St. Martin. Okay? You fly down to St. Martin.
Yeah.
It's a French and Dutch island. Of course, with the French side, you're going to have a nude beach, but you have the Dutch side.
Yeah.
But what I recommend is you fly down, and then what you can do is you can take day trips or 2-day trips to like Anguilla or St. Bart's, so you can live lifestyles of the rich and famous for an economy budget. And it's really cool. So if you fly into St. Martin, you can stay on the French or Dutch side. So, you got 2 countries there. And then you take like a day trip catamaran to St. Bart's, which is St. Bart's. It's one of the best places in the world. And then you can go to Anguilla, which is another beautiful place. And so that's just a suggestion. So you kill a lot of birds with one stone. You get to go on the water. Yeah. You get to go in, 4 different countries, and it's pretty neat. So that's my suggestion.
Excellent. Well done. Gary. There you go, Gary. In fact, I've been to all those places. In fact, that's where I rented a boat to go out in the ocean and saw wild turtles and everything, stuff like that, and then got pulled over by the Coast Guard.
I knew you'd somehow bring this story back to you.
I remember, in fact, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John. I'll tell you what. There's some beautiful
Martin's
times.
With 2 A's, by the way.
That's right. That's right.
I didn't know I had acquired a wife in between there.
Well, it's a little early to release it. I don't think maybe she's ready to have the
labels
everything known yet. But let's see, 424. I was mentioning Hayden Panettiere is 36 today. She was in Heroes, Nashville. Remember the Titans? And she used to be married to that big boxing Russian guy, I think, or somebody over there.
Klitschko,
yeah. But they broke up, so she's available. So not for you, because you got for me. She'd be available for me. Anyway, and on this day in history.
We graduated from girlfriend to wife in one show.
Nat Turner, on this day in 1931, launches his massive insurrection in Virginia, the largest ever insurrection by enslaved people in America. He was an educated minister. He wanted to capture the county armory and march 30 miles to the swamp where his rebels would be able to elude their pursuers. With 7 followers, he killed Joseph Travis, his owner, and Travis's family, then set off across the countryside, hoping to rally hundreds of slaves to his insurrection en route to the armory. 2 days and 2 nights, they attacked homes, killed 60 white men, women, and children. Residents resisted. The state militia with 3,000 men crushed his rebellion. A few miles from Jerusalem, Turner and all his followers were dispersed, captured, or killed. Scores of slaves were lynched. Many of them had never participated in the revolt. Turner himself was not captured until the end of October, and after confessing without regret to his role in the bloodshed, he was tried, convicted, and sentenced to death, and on November 11th, he was hanged in Jerusalem. The largest, most sustained rebellion of slaves in American history led to the oppressive legislation prohibiting the movement and education of enslaved people until white people said, no, this is all wrong. That was 1831. And so much has changed since then that we need to remember all we've accomplished compared to any other nation in the world. There's not a better example of truth, justice, and the American way than we are.
Well, no two countries have been vilified more than the U.S. and the United Kingdom, and no two countries did more to stop slavery, not just here, but around the world than those two.
That's right. And early. The first anti-slavery votes in the colonies were in the 1620s. So the 1619 project is one thing, but there were still people fighting. Anyway, just a break. All right, 426, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I saw the other, I got, maybe it was last night. Will Kane does the show at, I think, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I think. Will Kane, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
We watch
afternoon. That's right.
It's afternoon. It's on like 3 to 6, actually.
He may even be on right now. I don't remember. Will Kane, he looks about 15. I really like the guy. Smart, quick, he's funny, he's a pleasant guy. And I'll bet nobody's ever said anything bad about him. I had no idea. Will Kane yesterday showed the video of him with Pete Hegseth and RFK Jr. as they were talking about how Will Kane was going to do some of these workout challenges as well. They showed Will Kane in his workout gym outfit with no shirt on. Will Kane looks like a Navy SEAL. The guy on Fox Afternoon, Will Kane, looks like a Navy SEAL. And guess what, ladies? For the record, Will Kane was the guy who did the push-ups and the pull-ups in 5 minutes and 12 seconds and beat both Pete Hegseth and Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Well, he's younger than both of them.
Yeah, but he's still a TV announcer. I'm just saying. I mean, of all the things Will Kane, the afternoon broadcaster on Fox, is a freaking jock. I just wanted to, I salute him. I just want you to be aware when you think about him in maybe a whole different way. I mean, he took his shirt off and holy crap. This guy spent some time working out, so good for him. Anyway, another conspiracy theorist was interviewed today for the Congressional People with James Comer and his Oversight Committee in the House. Comer is a Kentucky Republican, been doing the closed-door meetings, and a transcribed interview of a guy named Ian Sams, who was the top spokesman on everything related to congressional investigations and other stuff during the last 2 years of President Slimebag Biden, the child molester. That was probably, said Mr. Comer, the most informative transcribed interview or deposition we've had thus far. He answered our questions. But Comer says one of the most shocking things he learned is that this man, who was in charge of all the spokesmen on matters, Ian Sams, only met with Joe Biden twice in his life. Twice. Yet every day he would tweet and issue statements from the podium of the White House saying how great he was doing. He was a fierce defender of Biden during the Republican investigations and his family ties. Special Counsel Robert Hur's probe saying that Biden was a stupid old man with a bad memory and he'd be pathetic and everything else. And this guy says, oh, no, that was wrong. This guy Sam said that was completely wrong and inaccurate. He was just incredible. He's so smart and he would counter everything that Robert Hur said. He wasn't mentally unfit. He said, no, he's at the top of his game. He interacted with the president twice. And after that debate, when people were saying, oh, my God, he totally screwed up, even this guy Sams went on to say, here they go again, pushing their crazy, discredited conspiracy theories to score another hit on Fox News and Maria Bartiromo or something. He said after the debate, this guy said Biden was sharp. He was asked tough questions. He's as good as ever. Yeah, he met him twice.
Liars.
Yeah,
just
twice.
Liars. No.
This is what they do.
They look you in the eye and lie. They look in the camera and lie.
Yeah. And I guarantee you when Donald Trump won another court victory today where the appeals court threw out that $500 million award against him for fudging on his value of his properties in Mar-a-Lago thing with Keisha or Letitia James in New York, I guarantee you liberals aren't going to say, oh, well, I was just, they got away with that one, but they still convicted him. Nothing will make any difference to these people. Our country, I don't know how we're going to get over this. Although I know we got a break here. And Neil Bortz mentioned this in his commentary. 2 things. Have you noticed that I think there are 30 states that allow you to register by party for a presidential stuff, and you can register by party. In the last couple of years, in fact, just recently, since the last election, 5 million more Republicans are registered than Democrats. Democrats are losing their administration, and Republicans are growing by the millions.
It won't matter, though, if they create fictitious 5 more seats in California and they do mail-in ballots.
Which they're doing.
Cheat.
Yep, the mail-in ballot thing, got to get rid of that. Anyways, coming up, 4:31 already. Let's do a game or tweets. Pete Davis, pick a little either game or tweets. Coming up, what do you think?
Game.
Here we go. Kimmer, Pete, and game time with Flounder.
Did you hear? Never rests. The GLE SUV continues to advance its legacy with intuitive technology, rich refinement, and all hybrid power, including a plug-in model. From safety to style, leadership is a GLE family value. Get an exceptional offer on the 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350 SUV. Just $829 per month for 36 months with $62.83 due at signing, exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details and see how to qualify. We'd love to welcome you to the RBM of Atlanta family. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta, Sandy Springs through September 2nd, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon Law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Kawasaki. When it comes to keeping your equipment running strong, don't settle for anything less than Kawasaki genuine parts. Designed to fit right, last longer, and perform better, Kawasaki parts keep your engine at peak performance. You can find them at Howard Brothers. They've got filters, belts, blades, and more. Whether it's a quick fix or routine maintenance, trust the parts made for the job. Power your equipment with Kawasaki parts. Available at Howard Brothers. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Kawasaki and Howard Brothers.
Surveys reveal that peace of mind is a paramount concern for people approaching retirement. So, Coach Pete, what helps bring that peace of mind?
That sound means financial fill-up. That means every single year in retirement, you get a new check delivered to your checking account. And if you pass away, your spouse continues to get that check. That's where the value starts really hitting, because a lot of people pass away and they leave their spouse with nothing but bills. And then the spouse has to change zip codes in a bad way, like move out of this neighborhood, move over there to that apartment. So the secret of life is get on that green brick road and make sure that you have that financial fill-up strategy, which will deliver a check to you regardless of what happens in the stock market. This is not stock market money. This is safe money. Now, we like the stock market, but we like the stock market only after we have our safe money and our retirement income number planned out.
A comprehensive review, no cost, no obligation, with Coach Pete's local trusted advisor, Craig Chandler of Chandler Wealth Management. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Of all the radio ads I've ever done, I only advertised one thing that I think saved my life. My CPAP machine, sleep apnea. And I found the best CPAP dealer out there ever, Roddy at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. CPAPSETC.com. Everything you need, all the supplies, shipped anywhere at a price that often beats insurance. CPAPSETC.com. Go take a peek now.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Attention warriors, are you a veteran ready to navigate to success after service? Tune in to the Warrior Alliance Network. Join us as we spotlight inspiring stories, provide essential resources, and connect you with a community dedicated to empowering veterans. From career advice to health and wellness tips, the Warrior Alliance Network is your go-to hub for post-service success. Tune in Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. on Extra 106.3. Join us on the mission, the Warrior Alliance Network, where warriors thrive together. Visit us at thewarrioralliance.org for more information.
It's a beautiful day. 4:37 with you too. Singer Bono on this day in 1982 married Alison Stewart, his girlfriend from the last 7 years. Got married at the All Saints Church, Raheny in Ireland. U2 bassist Adam Clayton acted as Bono's best man. 1982. Happy wedding anniversary. Our birthday list includes R.J. Mitt, or Mitty, I'm not sure how they pronounce it, M-I-T-T-E. R.J. Mitt is Breaking Bad was played Walter Jr., and he actually has cerebral palsy. Walter Mitty, or Mitt, is 33 years old today. Yeah, a little beautiful day with you two and the guys. On this day in history, a musical sadness note here. On this day, 1994, John Denver was arrested for drunk driving after a tree got in the way of his Porsche in Aspen. Don't shush me, mister. Oh, sorry. The trial ended for the drunk driving John Denver in a hung jury, even though his blood alcohol was 0.128. His attorney said, well, it was a thyroid condition. The test was not good. The trial ended in 1997. 3 months before John Denver was playing golf with his buddies at Cypress Point, and they got done, and the buddies said, hey, let's go play another 9 holes. He said, no, I think I'll take the plane out. And John Denver had a homemade airplane, and he took the plane out over the ocean, and it ran out of fuel, and he couldn't reach behind him in time to get the lever for the auxiliary fuel tank and crashed into the rocks. And there was no alcohol in his system, but as I recall, it's not written down here, but as I recall, they still have not found his head and like his liver and a couple of things. His body parts were never found. So I mean, he was recovered, but they missed. I think it was his head is still gone. I don't know. It was horrible. Horrible. Hold on. We got a game coming up. First of all, this just, I just saw this, Pete, popped up, and I think you saw just the same thing, too.
Well, that's a nice memory of John Denver I'll remember for the rest of the day.
I'm sorry, but again, I mean, and again, they said, well, no, that's true. I didn't know it was going to be on the history thing from this other source, or I would have looked it up more. But I recall there a bunch of, I mean, it was a horrible thing. They couldn't, he crashed in the rocks. In his plane.
I thought he hit the water.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, I mean, the Rocky Shore water thing, yeah.
I guess eventually.
Yeah, apparently, one way or another.
It's still floating around the bottom of the ocean?
Could be floating around there. It could be, it's bait for the thing. Anyway, the co-founder of the heavy metal band Mastodon has died in a motorcycle crash here in Atlanta. Brent Hines was 51. He co-founded Mastodon, the heavy metal band. He was the lead guitarist, co-vocalist involved in the crash here in Atlanta last night. He was riding his Harley a little before midnight when a girl driving a BMW swerved, making a turn at an intersection, failed to yield, and crashed into him and killed him. Let's see. The medical personnel mailed that the other driver, a female, remained on the scene. An investigation continues. His bandmates, guitar Bill Kelleher, Troy Sanders.
I think he had left the band last year, actually.
He was a founder and had just left the band, and they're pretty messed up about it, what happened. We don't know more about the girl in the accident. I assume she'll...
he officiated one of my one of my high school buddies' wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a Brent guy did? Brent
I believe
Ice?
so,
A lot
yeah.
of people
No
knew
kidding.
this guy on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Because Mastodon is from Atlanta. They're local.
yeah, I was going to. I could say I don't know.
It's a kind of a heavy metal band, but
Oh, it's definitely heavy
it was
metal band.
It was a funny story. I saw them open up for Nine Inch Nails at the Fox Theater. As you know, the Fox Theater is kind of a prestigious theater.
Oh, yeah.
And they were opening up, and a lot of people were sitting down for Mastodon's performance. And I remember after one of the songs, he goes, "You guys are the craziest effing crowds I've ever,
Get
I've ever been."
Start throwing something. It's a Fox, but come on, this is different. Oh, man. Anyway, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, 441, 404-741-1230 is the number. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder for you Thursday afternoon. And we got all these memes, and we got one-liners, and we got another update on a Obama judge and Trump and his special prosecutor girl. But first of all, we have a little game action here with Pete Davis, and off we go. What do you got there, Pete?
All right, we're going to figure out what is the best thing. If you were a teenager, a teenage boy,
all right,
again, what's the best friend's house you could go to? We're going to figure this out together here. You
Best
ready?
friend's house, okay.
I'll give you 3 houses, and you tell me which one was the best.
All right.
When you're a teenage boy.
All
okay,
right.
Your friend's house, the one has the best snacks.
Okay.
Another one has the newest video games.
Okay.
And the third house has a pool. Which would you choose?
3.
That didn't take long, Flounder.
The pool is going to be a party house.
Well, now, wait a minute. Now, am I a teenager back when I was a teenager or a teenager today? Back in the day, I would take the pool.
There were no video games when you were a teenager.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
Now, you're
That's
a
what I'm
teenage
saying.
boy now.
All right. Well, obviously the pool. I don't give a damn about video games, and I don't care about. I get my own snacks.
All
Yeah, the pool. See girls with bathing suits.
Okay. House 1 has a cool basement. House 2 has R-rated movies, and House 3 has a trampoline.
Basement.
Well, you got to go to the movies. Yeah. Unless the girls are on the trampoline.
It's a basement.
Maybe unless the girls are on the trampoline
you can
dancing.
get the R-rated movies at home.
All right. Well,
Yeah, you don't
okay.
need that.
All right, sir.
All right. House number 1 has a big backyard for wiffle ball. House number 2 has all the toy guns, and House 3 has a basketball hoop.
I'd go house 1.
Yeah, wiffle ball, I think, for me.
Oh, yeah. You got to do the wiffle house. All right. And finally, House 1 has a hot mom.
Okay. Number
House
1.
2 has
Oh, sorry.
House 2 has divorced parents. Divorced parents.
All right.
And House 3 has a hot sister.
Oh, well, then, you got to go hot sister.
You said 1.
All right, fine, I lied.
There.
I don't know anything. What difference does it make?
Flounder.
What was the middle one again?
Girls.
Divorced parents.
I'll go divorced parents because there's a very good chance they're not going to be there, so you could throw a party.
Yeah. Or they're going to let you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the consensus.
Yeah.
We want, as teenage boys, we want a house with a pool, a cool basement, a wiffle ball in the backyard, and a hot sister.
There you go. Whatever works. Whatever floats
you got a chance. Now, back when we were young, you had a chance with a hot sister, but nowadays it seems you probably have a chance with a hot mom, too.
Yeah. Yeah,
She's a teacher, especially.
I know. Oh, my goodness. And by the way, speaking of teachers and things, did you see the video or hear about the story happened in California of the high school kid body slammed by the staffer after he tried to punch a bunch of teachers? Holy smoke, you got to love this thing. Unidentified student and a male staffer, Lincoln High School gym in California. The teacher tried to guide this unruly student to the exit, put a hand on his arm. The student shoved the teacher and jabbed at him, hitting the adult in the jaw. The teacher turned away, began to walk off. The student threw more punches, but then another staff member stepped in to help direct the kid out the doorway. That led the high schooler to punch that guy. As they walked through the closing gym doors, a school resource officer dramatically charges in and body slams the little bastard to the floor. And the students in the bleachers watching all this are jumping up and down in shock. The student is obviously facing disciplinary action. They're not putting up with this, they say, in that school. He was placed under arrest and booked in juvenile hall. Now,
good.
social media, though, are saying, gee, should that staffer have been so forceful taking down the student?
Yes.
They say the officer should be sued. There are amicable ways to do this. Oh, bull crap.
No.
That's what's wrong with you people. Those are the people who want no cash bail, who want to have you coddling prisoners with sociologists instead of police officers hitting you in the head with a nightstick. My God, that's the greatest lesson those kids in the bleachers ever learned.
They were cheering.
It was like Terry Tate office linebacker. I love it. I mean, what a lesson. School taught you something that day, I guarantee it. Anyway, 5 points. So 446.
Hard knocks.
There you go. 446. We have Shannon Burke coming up live at 5 o'clock with us today. Neil Bortz tomorrow at 4. Shannon down at Man Country Radio. Also, more Donald Trump stripped of authority and another legal rebuke. Oh, man, they just can't stop. It's all coming up. Kara Pete and Flounder here. How you doing?
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
If you've been waiting for the right time to make the switch to electric, this is it. At Jim Ellis Chevrolet, limited time incentives on select EVs are here now, but only through September 30th, 2025.
That means if you've had your eye on an electric car, this could be your last chance to save thousands of dollars.
Whether it's the all-new Chevy Blazer EV, the powerful Silverado EV, or something in between, now's the time to plug in and move forward.
Plus, at Jim Ellis Chevrolet, we make the switch easy with expert guidance, flexible financing, and a friendly team ready to help you every step of the way.
Don't wait. Visit Jim Ellis Chevrolet today or head to JimEllisChevrolet.com to find out more. But hurry, these savings disappear after September 30th. Jim Ellis Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Jim Ellis, expect the best.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalamia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. Got a to-do list a mile long? No problem. We've got the ultimate solution, our Handyman for a Day program. Here's how it works. You get a skilled handyman dedicated to knocking out your honey-do list. Paint touch-ups, drywall repairs, door adjustments, and much more, all done in one day. Call us now before the rush for your Handyman for a Day and call us at 770-623-3097 or visit us at thetrustedtoolbox.com. One call, one handyman, one day, The Trusted Toolbox.
I'm Michelle Stovall, and our company has been family owned and operated for 75 years. Check us out at StovallINC.com, or better yet, stop by our newly opened 11th store at 9500 Union Hill Road in Canton. At Stovall, we supply you with all your landscaping project needs, completely hassle-free down to delivery. Been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs. We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. Many people assume their taxes will automatically go down once they retire and stop collecting paychecks. Sean, is this a dangerous assumption?
It can be, because you know what? Lower taxes in retirement can be a myth. It's not always true, right? Remember, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits could be taxed, right? Your traditional IRA and 401k income is 100% taxable, so that needs to be accounted for. And that's why it's so important to find ways to reduce or eliminate your taxes wherever possible.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
Hey, look, now is the time to start looking ahead and identifying your tax liabilities in retirement. Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get a copy today by calling or texting the word WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters on everything from Social Security to investments to income planning. We include guides in there as well as on strategies for income planning, for taxes, and even dealing with recessions in retirement, among other things. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text the word WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. And the team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Firm does not provide tax services.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I'm looking for a reliable vehicle, something for the family, but also for my daughter who's going to be driving soon. Why should I call you?
The main thing is you get to see it's a full transparency sale. What I like to do is show you the whole gamut, show you everything that's out there and everything that's available. I can get any make, any year, any model.
Financing. If I need to use it, what can you offer?
We have some of the best banks available, and we got rates starting at 4.99 from a 23 model and above. It could be a 14 model. We still have banks that will do all the financing for you at good rates, and they're primary banks. If you have credit issues, we still have banks that can accommodate those issues as well.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Here we go. 60s rock and roll, baby. Money, baby girl. Tommy James and the Shondells hitting it. 1968, back in the British #1 position for the second time with Money in 68. Yeah. Yeah. Boom. Money, baby. In 1987, Billy Idol's version of the song replaced another Tommy James hit at #1 on Billboard, I Think We're Alone Now, and that was covered by Tiffany. Good music is good music. Yeah, Tommy James and the Shondells, 60s gold. 4:53. Phones take priority. It's Rick the Painter. Hello, Rick. How you doing? What's up there, man? What's up?
Hey, Kimmer. Hey, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, this might be more for Pete.
All right,
I was driving up in the mountains of Macon.
Yeah.
And Pete, do you know where State Road 515, Cherry Log?
Yep.
Hey, man, I ended up at Cherry Log at State Road 515.
Yeah.
And I went and there was the Bigfoot exhibit. And Pete was talking about that a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I went in the Sasquatch Museum, and there's a lot of cool articles.
Yeah.
And how big those guys are. And they said they could grow up to 15 feet, but normally they only have 2.
They can grow up to 15 feet, but they know it's only so numbers growing would mean to grow. Again, the wordsmith. It just
On a related note, I just found out some really disturbing news about a local company.
Disturbing news about a local company? What
yeah, they make yardsticks.
Yardsticks? Well, I don't.
Yeah, but they won't make them any longer.
They won't make them any longer than they are now. It's what they see if they would make them any. What'd you do if your wife drank liquor? Anyway, 4:54. For God, man. Hey, our birthday list includes, let's see, let's do Carrie, well, that's wrong to put it that way. Let's mention Carrie Ann Moss is 58. She was Trinity in the Matrix trilogy. Jerry Hogarth in Marvel's TV universe. The cutthroat lawyer from Jessica Jones, and also appeared on Daredevil, Iron Fist, and The Defenders. Carrie Ann Moss is 58 years old today. And on this day in history, I'll check this out and see how this compares with modern times. On this day in 1858, Senator Stephen Douglas of Illinois and Abraham Lincoln, a Kentucky lawyer and former congressman from Illinois, begin their public encounter debates talking about slavery. They had 7 Lincoln-Douglas debates, 7, and each one of them was 3 hours long. 3 hours, 7 of them. Lincoln argued, well, of course, for one thing, there was no TV, so they had to, a crowd was a crowd. So, but still, 7 debates, 3 hours long apiece. Lincoln argued against spreading slavery. Douglas said every territory should have the right to decide what they want to do. Lincoln lost the Senate race in 1858, but his campaign brought attention to the National Republican Party, which was very young. In 1860, 2 years later, Lincoln won the Republican Party's presidential nomination and again faced Douglas. Also was another Southern Democrat. On November 6, 1860, Lincoln defeated his opponents with only 40% of the popular vote, and Abraham Lincoln became the first Republican to win the presidency. The announcement of his victory signaled the secession of southern states, began the war, threatening secession if they gained the White House. By the time he was inaugurated, and back then it was in March of 1861, 7 states had seceded. Confederate States of America had been formally established, and Jefferson Davis was their new president. A month later, the American Civil War began when Confederate forces under General P.G.T. Beauregard opened fire on Union-held Fort Sumter in South Carolina. 7 debates, 3 hours apiece. Holy smokes. 4:57. Let's see, we've got a Flounder's Funny coming up, and then Shannon Burke. Just a quick update here, Flounder, for a second. A federal judge has once again thrown Donald Trump's Alina Habba under the bus. She was the acting U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, and she was the acting or interim as opposed to acting and vice versa. Well, a federal judge said, no, she's not legal. She's not constitutional. You got to go back through the process. This is, again, because the Democrats are trying to prevent Donald Trump from appointing the people he wants in the important offices. And they block things. They withhold things. They won't have meetings. They'll they'll do anything they can to block Donald Trump from appointing his people, including that former, remember the attorney, you know what I'm talking about, Alina Habba. And she's been along, you know who, the very attractive woman, smart as a whip, tough. And Trump wants her as a U.S. attorney in New Jersey, and they say she's serving improperly and unconstitutionally because he didn't go through Congress, and because they're messing Donald Trump's head. All right, 4:58 already. Shannon Burke next. Little Flounder's Funny one more.
I love Hawaii.
Here we go.
I love the words, all the vowels in their words. Kind of pali ali ali ali. Kamea mea mea mea. Kapa a a a a a. That's why there's no Hawaiian version of Wheel of Fortune. That always takes a second. I don't know why. But when you go to Hawaii, you start speaking like a local. You do. You pick up their cadence because their words are just beautiful. Waikoloa, Kapalua, Waikiki. I was at the North Shore one time. This lady's looking at this sign. She's going, Pipilini, Pipilini. I said, no, ma'am, that's pipeline.
Mr. Henry Cho right there.
Henry Cho. Oh, my goodness. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And riddle me this, Batman. Have you been into the men's room lately, Flounder?
What?
Around here?
Yeah, I went about an hour ago.
And did you notice anything different?
Well, they got new things in the urinals.
Yeah, this is incredible. I mean, it seems stupid and silly, but I'm telling you, I couldn't believe it. You go in the men's room now, and all of a sudden, the aroma is actually an aroma, not an odor. And they have these new little green pads, green rubber, look like grill pads, and
splash pads.
Yes, well, I didn't want to say that, but that's what they're for the urinals, and it makes the whole place really smell nice. I mean, not hideous.
Now, minty, kind of fresh.
Now, I don't suppose the girls' rooms would have that because it's for urinals.
I didn't go check, so.
But I wonder if they. I wouldn't. Where would they put those? They don't have urinals.
I mean,
maybe
there's no room with the disco ball and the
that's
lounge.
True. Yeah, and the lounge and the armchairs and things. So, they're a little. Yeah, but it's a wine bar, really, a mini wine bar. Anyway, coming up on 5 o'clock, and next after the news, Shannon Burke from Man Country in Florida, and Holy Crap in Sports right after that. And we still got tweets, and we got all kinds of Flounders Funnies, and it's all coming your way. Look out.
Streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
At the U.S. Supreme Court. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. A ruling just in allows the Trump administration to cut nearly $800 million in health research funding as part of the administration's push against diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. The High Court's majority lifting a judge's order that blocked the cuts. States and advocacy groups have argued those cuts will mean incalculable losses in public health and human life. More than 35 years after gunning down their parents in their Beverly Hills home, Eric and Lyle Menendez get a chance at parole, with a hearing for one today and the other tomorrow, allowed by a recent resentencing over claims of sexual abuse by their father.
Now, if the parole board recommends release for one or both of the brothers, California Governor Gavin Newsom will make the final decision. He could issue that immediately, but will more likely take it under consideration for several weeks or even months.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt. Many family members are among those arguing for parole. The LA County prosecutor opposes it. President Trump plans to go on patrol tonight in the nation's capital, where a federal crime crackdown continues.
President Trump made the announcement in a radio interview, but what's unclear if he's actually going to patrol or maybe visit with some troops. Obviously, that would be a massive security imprint, so we're not exactly sure how that's going to play.
Fox's David Spunt, the vice president and defense chief, visiting National Guard members at D.C.'s Union Station yesterday. A gruesome mystery in Colorado. Sheriff's officials just confirming 6 bodies were recovered from a Colorado dairy yesterday, found in a confined space after responding to an emergency. They won't say what kind of emergency or exactly where the bodies were found. They do say it appears to be an accident and that they did not find anything criminal in nature. America is listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
Help! Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right oblique. Ready on your dog target. Help, they live, help, at her lip, help, road guards, out, help, they live, help, at her lip. I want to go to Vietnam, I want to kill some Viet Cong, and tear, there. How we doing, boys? Where's our man Shannon Burke down in Man Country, Florida? I hear nothing yet.
Wow, just in time. Just in time. How are you?
How's it going, sir?
It's going great. It's going great here.
Outstanding. You got a little hurricane going on coming your way or not?
No. We're good. We're good down here. We're prepared.
Excellent.
Well, Trump has some big victories today, eh?
Yeah, although a couple and then one non, when that magnificent attorney of his has been told that she has unconstitutionally been put as an interim U.S. attorney for New Jersey, so he lost Lena Haba, I think her name is. Yeah. But he won the big court case on that one, and another one to keep firing people. So they're all going to fall. They're all going to fall. It's just they've been
matter of time
screwing him from the very beginning, and now they're all looking what they got in their face and good.
What do you think about Trump on patrol tonight? What is the likelihood of him tasing somebody?
Wouldn't it be funny if honestly if they? I'm getting out of the car. Wouldn't it be funny if they're like in an undercover vehicle or something, and some guy's running down the sidewalk, and Trump opens a car door and slams, and stops him? Wouldn't it be hysterical?
Hold him down while I crack him in the skull. You dirty criminal.
Oh, obviously, they're not, and of course, I wonder if they're going to have, I assume, media following him. And it's going to be silly.
Yeah.
It's going to look stupid.
I'm sure.
Yeah, Yeah, and they probably make fun of him, but again, God bless him. I mean, he ought to be able to do it. I mean, what the hell? He's the president of the United States. He ought to be able to go and watch the cops doing their thing and show what he's doing. I mean, screw these people.
Yeah.
I mean, really, seriously.
The media has really been wild on it.
Unbelievable.
The Washington Post the other day, they heard a speech that Trump said, he goes,
I see groups of scumbags and criminals and thugs.
and so they said, wait, whenever Trump leaves the White House, he goes one route or another. Here's the route to his golf club. Yeah. And they follow it, and they said, we didn't see anything. It must have been secondhand. Yeah. We've got him again.
That's unbelievable. And in fact, who was it? They're just complaining now about, there's a JD. Oh, no, it's Pete Hegseth. They were complaining about all the money blasting. The Pentagon is blasting Washington Post for putting lives at risk with a report on Pete Hegseth's security. And the Washington Post said, well, they're spending so much because he has a house here, his wife is here, his other wife is there, his kids are over here, and they named all the places where the family is.
Oh, great.
I mean, it's unbelievable. They're putting lives at risk. They shot Donald Trump in the face. You don't think they're going to... I mean, this is just outrageous.
And they doxed Christy Nome. She's got to live with the Coast Guard's Commandant house now.
That's right. Yep, military base.
That kind of stinks.
Yeah.
But then they bitch about that. Hey, how come she's getting free housing? Hey, because you're trying to kill her. That's why.
I mean, it's really... And honestly, we were talking the other day about whether it's getting better or whether we're healing or stuff. And I made the point, I think yesterday, the day before, and I said, I don't know how we're ever going to heal this. I'll never be able to have a conversation with my own children about politics.
Well,
I can't do it.
I think we're seeing the dawn of the Democrat Party. If you read all the news, and the registration crisis is in every single state, and I mean it's certain death
by millions.
It's certain death for at least a decade until you recover from that. I don't.
Well, never underestimate the Republicans' ability to screw up a shirt.
That's true.
Well, look at Georgia. We got the big election coming up. I mean, between the Senate and governor, and I mean, it's just this is a monster. But we were Flounder and I were just the other day talking about this, and discussion is, think about this: if J.D. Vance, who seems to be really grooming for he's very impressive. If J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio are the ticket for the president and vice president,
sign me up.
I'm seeing 16 years.
Yeah.
Don't jinx them.
8 years for 8 years for the ticket, and then Rubio on the ticket for another 8 years. 16 years.
Name a Democrat that has anywhere near the popularity that Donald Trump has right now. One Democrat.
Not one, but I'm telling you this: it's going to be Governor Newsom from California. He's now doing podcasts every night. He just had that chicken head hood rat, Janine, what's her name, Jasmine Crockett, talking. I mean, Newsom's on every night from his living room, doing podcasts to show how he's a man of the people. He's the worst governor of the worst state. The guy who had federal agents go arrest a guy in the ocean for not wearing a mask. Remember that? And yet he's going to be the front runner. He looks like a president. They want him. I guarantee you, they're going to make this man become the presidential candidate for the Democrats. And he's the worst He's a phony. He's a liar. His wife was a couch concubine for Harvey Rapestein, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So they're in big trouble, man. And I don't know that he's got the appeal to turn it around. Too smarmy, and
they love him. And again, he's groomed. He looks like John Kerry, and he looks like the presidential candidates that they want. Anyway, I can't believe it. I think they're groomed. Honestly, every day he's showing up, and they keep talking. And now he's leading the fight against the gerrymandering by having 5 more districts in California to show he's the leader of the party.
How's he going to defend being California having more homeless and more unemployment than any other state in the country?
Just show the video. Yeah. Show the video of all the major, most beautiful cities in the world, the most fabulous cities to travel to, the most important cities, L.A., San Francisco. And what they've done to them.
Pete, what are your thoughts on the California's ability to actually follow through and successfully gerrymander their districts?
Well, they're going to just invent new... I don't know how they can invent new people and new spaces. I mean, they've already got the whole state 99% controlled outside of San Diego.
It's hard to gerrymander something that's been so gerrymandered up, It's just...
Beach.
Well, it's a long way since Ronald Reagan, Republican governor of California, and, they've had him. But again, Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever that meant.
Yeah,
but
whatever that meant.
I don't know.
All right, listen, let's get to the biggest and most important story. What are they doing to Cracker Barrel?
this is growing and growing, the new Bud Light. And this kind of started really slowly. We mentioned it a couple of days ago, and all of a sudden, more and more. Fox had been doing stuff on it all day. They have video stuff. People are reacting to it about, and they had an interview with the woman who's the marketing director.
She insists that it's very popular.
Oh, the people love it.
Their stock took a hit. They've lost $250 million in value in the last few days. I don't know.
Does anybody? I haven't been inside a Cracker Barrel.
I bet you have been in a Cracker Barrel recently, haven't you?
2 years ago in Canton, and the waitress had blue hair and a nose ring, which kind of shocked me a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's put a white liberal Yankee woman in charge of Cracker Barrel and see how that works.
And by the way, did she? I didn't hear her explain why they got rid of the old man and the rocking chair thing. Was that offensive?
She didn't explain it. She didn't explain it. I don't know.
Well, what's the possible reason? They can still make an inside. They can still make it look nice inside and a little homier or something without taking away the old man and the rocking chair. That's what they're known for.
It's a replay of Po Folks, which went away, and now Cracker Barrel will be gone in 5 years.
Well, I mean,
there was a restaurant chain called Po Folks.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, P.O. Yeah, absolutely. Very, very southern. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
why they gotta go out of business? You stop poverty or what?
Well, who knows? I mean, so did Big Boy. I mean, a lot of them went out. Big Boy went out.
Oh, I love me some Big Boy.
Yeah, Shoney's is Shoney's still around?
No,
Shoney's Big Boy. Is that the same thing? I don't.
No, Shoney's was a pizza joint.
Yeah, no,
the Shakey's.
Shakey's, yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah. Apparently, there's still some Po Folks around.
Oh,
there's
really?
some Po Folks?
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're mostly in Tampa area.
Well, I'll be damned. Go figure. remember little black Sambos?
Oh, yeah.
Remember Sambos?
Sambos. I do. I've eaten at a Sambos.
There's one in Pensacola and one in Niceville. So they are.
Did Sambos turn into Denny's? Or
I don't know. They look like Denny's.
I don't know. They might have taken them over.
Have you seen the new image for the current resistance in D.C.? It's a black and white image, a silhouette of a guy with a mask or a bandana, and he's leaning back like a quarterback, and he's throwing a Subway sandwich.
Oh,
they're everywhere. They're selling merch. They got T-shirts. They got plastered all over the fences around town. He's called Sandwich Man.
To salute the guy who threw the Subway at the federal.
Well, they made him look more aggressive, and they did it in a Banksy style on the wall.
With his little pink shorts on, throwing a sandwich.
No, they took the shorts away. They put on a backwards cap, and they gave him long sleeve like a jacket and long pants.
I'll be damned. By the way, Pete Davis now holding up the Big Boy, the actual statue of the Big Boy on YouTube.
Big Boy.
I do miss that place.
It was a bank.
Yeah, the piggy bank Big Boy in the back of his head. I'll be damned.
There you go. What about that?
Cool.
What about Letitia James? What becomes of her?
Oh, man.
Mortgage. What takes her down? Mortgage fraud or some other some other breaking of the law?
I don't know how she's going to be able to get away from the charges of the mortgage fraud as an attorney, as the top attorney in the state, basically. That how can she claim anything, and her father on the documents and stuff. I mean, that's just, it's fraud. It's obvious it's fraud, and there's no way she could have claimed she made a mistake and filled out the wrong place. So
Schiff is in deep trouble because he did it every year, like every couple of years for the last decade. So each time is a charge. Those are things that are black and white on paper. I don't know how you get around them.
Yeah, and Schiff for Brains also has said, well, this is just standard. We have to have a house here, but it's just serving our country and our community. He's going to try to get away with it for just being a freaking politician.
Service to his country.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I'm up here lying all the time. I have to have a permanent place. I'll tell so many lies.
I mean, he's one of the filthiest, sleaziest greaseballs I think I've ever seen in politics.
I would agree. Seriously. I would agree. What else is happening in your lives, Joe?
Well, just a lot of weird stuff going on here. Teenagers are fighting people all over the place, and attacking people more and more in schools and movie theaters. And now, in fact, I got some stories about stores like Chick-fil-A in places in Ohio are requiring anybody under 17 to have an adult with them.
I won't let a kid younger than 18 in the house. They're not allowed in. They got to bring their parents from home.
Yeah.
Just not going to do it. I heard there's some weirdness about people standing around chanting that Atlanta is Atlantis. Is there a movement there where they believe that Atlanta is the lost city of Atlantis?
Yeah, what the hell? I haven't heard.
Pete, you're probably in on this.
Yeah, there's a few of them, and I think they're mainly black, I believe, and they're claiming that Atlantis was black, and Atlanta is the home of it. It's also going on in Scotland, where they think there's a black family that showed up in Scotland saying that the Scottish stole their land 600 years ago in the Highlands, which that protest will last until, I think, October.
Yeah, real quick. It's it's our country seems to be going crazy, but really, I think things are coming along nicely. You know what I mean?
Well, the latest figures for the states that register voters based on their party, I think there are 30 of them that you can register by party. The Democrats have all lost, and the Republicans have gained 5 million voters.
We've been talking about that. This could mark the end of the at least for the near future, the end of the Democratic Party, and change the way we vote for a very long time in America.
Well, I think Donald Trump started all this, and again, what a difference between Donald Trump 1 and Donald Trump 2. He has changed the world, the way people run an office. He goes public live almost every day to say, "Here's our country. Here's what we're doing. What do you think?" Opens up to the media. Nothing's held back. He's a boss. He runs everything. He told those people in Europe, "I want your asses over here," and they all showed up and sat in little chairs outside his office like they were at the principal's office.
He made him eat a buffet lunch.
Oh my God, it was hysterical. I mean, and they all said nobody else could pull this off. I mean, it was, and who's ever been a leader like? Is there any other leader in the world history that you have ever heard of who's anything like what Donald Trump has been doing and be able to accomplish? Anybody in history?
That's why they all come running when he asks them to come. How many? I mean, that's got to be some type of a record, the number of world leaders that were in that room.
Well, and the other thing, I mean, he's honest about it. He says what I'm going to do, and he doesn't back down, and he keeps his word, and they trust him, and they're afraid of him. They finally respect an American leader once again, saying, "Well, he said, hey, if you don't put up with this NATO business, we're going to leave you hanging." He goes, "Oh, okay, sorry." I mean, the guy's just he's turned everything around. I mean, what a story! What a remarkable story.
Do you think if he's successful in Ukraine, that Hillary really will nominate him for a Nobel?
She might. She might forget. Everybody will. I mean, there'll be 100 nominations for it.
Whose nomination is more important or has more weight? Hillary's, or the 30,000 of those monks?
I would love to see Hillary Rodham P. Stinky Fart Cabbage put a nomination in for the Nobel Peace Prize.
She's already claimed that she would if he could bring peace in Ukraine.
But she's never said anything truthfully without a reason behind it.
I think she just said that to try to get out of that subpoena she's been handed. She's the one trying to kiss up to him.
She still could be in trouble. I think they have another thing about another shoe dropping on Hillary. I think Kash Patel. I think they've got something, and maybe, man, I would love to.
You have sources?
The Comey thing and all that stuff,
You've got sources? I don't know. I don't know about your sources.
No, I'm not going to say anything about the new FBI. I'm going to take it on the thing there.
Who's got for your money? Who's the best bet for a Democratic ticket? We know that it's going to be Newscomb, but
honestly, I think it's I don't know. Pete,
a woman?
I don't know.
Female?
He wants someone from the East.
Well, that Michigan governor. Whitmer.
She won't
go.
No,
she's white.
How about the
seriously? It's got to be a
how about the Jewish governor that they kept off the ticket?
No, he won't never run with it. They're not running a Jewish person. No.
Well, again, here we go. I mean, who's
Rashida Tlaib.
It can't be Jasmine Crockett and Ocasio Bangbango Stupidio. I mean, AOC, if it can't be them.
Well, Jasmine's going to be out of a job anyway.
It's not going to be little fudge boy from, little what's his face for the transportation.
Who's fudge boy?
Name?
What's Mayor Pete there?
Mayor Pete, yes. No. I said, yeah. His name's been floated, but
he got 0% polling from black people.
Yeah.
0.
Black people are not going to vote for that guy. I'm sorry.
It's going to have to be a Latina. It's going to have to be AOC because they've got to get the Latino vote back.
Oh, man.
They'll vote for Buttigieg, but it'll be on the down low.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, don't tell anybody.
All right, boys. Kimmer, Pete, thank you, guys.
Always a pleasure. Hi to the gang, and be safe and happy and stay dry down there. And
Thanks,
so
buddy.
forth. Thank
See
you,
you guys.
Shannon Burke. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. 5:20 here, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, if you want to join us. But first, in 1609, Galileo Galilei demonstrated his new telescope to some officials atop Campanile in Venice, 1609. And now sponsored by RBM of Atlanta. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Well, gird your loins. Not one, but two breaking news stories in the last hour or so.
Yes.
And I hope you're ready for an all-nachos diet.
Oh, boy.
Braves third baseman Austin Riley out for the rest of the season after he had what they're calling core injury surgery in Philadelphia today. Austin will be back for spring training. It's probably going to interfere with his winter hunting, too, I would imagine.
Oh, mercy. Well, it's
so we kind of expected that, but here it is.
And by the way, isn't it ironic that he really got in great shape? I mean, he lost weight. He was in great shape when the season ready to go.
Well,
and
that's what happened.
Yeah, that figures.
Well, as Chipper Jones always points out, you can't pull fat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Baseball is a funny sport with a real sense of humor, as we found out the last 3 days. After combining for 43 runs in the first two games of the series, the Braves and White Sox score 1 run between them last night and a 1-0 Atlanta victory at Truist Park. Hurston Waldrep improves to 4-0. For the first time, goes 7 innings, gave up just 4 hits. His ERA is now 0.73.
He looked like a kid out there. I mean, what a story.
And the way he throws it, man, it's so cool. The way
where did he come from? I've never heard of him. Where did he come from?
He's a draftee. They drafted him and they brought him up. He's 23.
I know. I'm saying.
You don't follow the minor leagues. How would you know?
I don't follow the minor leagues. I'm saying congratulations. What a find! I'm surprising. I'm saluting. I think it's fantastic. I'm saying I never heard of the kid, and I'm saluting the crap out of him. What a great story.
He pitched last year too a little bit.
I don't remember him last year. I really don't. I just don't.
He's just the second rookie in the modern era to earn the win in each of his first 4 appearances of a season while allowing 1 run or fewer in each of the games. Who is the other one?
Nolan Ryan, probably. Or Bill Seaver. Tom Seaver? Oh, cripe.
Left-hander?
Tom Glavine.
Dodger?
And Sandy Koufax.
Fernando Valenzuela.
Oh, the rookie. Oh, it's a rookie. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have known that. And he was only like 19 or something, too, I think, as I recall.
Well, yeah, real.
Well, supposedly. His birth whatever birth certificate they came up with said that, yeah.
More like,
And if I wonder if that guy Soma, what's Sosa? So who's that guy in the Mets? Was the Yankee, went to the Mets and they hate him and he might really be 35 years old instead of 22. Soto, yeah.
Yeah. He's 35.
Yeah.
Ozzie Albies' chop single in the bottom of the 4th brought home Marcell Ozuna last night. The only run as the Braves took the rubber game. Here's how it sounded.
Marcell Ozuna 90 feet away from the lead. Tapper up the middle. Montgomery ranges to his left. Scoops. Couldn't pick it up. Drops it on the dirt. Just his 5th error of the season, and it brings home Ozuna.
Tom Hart on 680 The Fan. Raisel Iglesias, his 21st save. It was the shortest Braves game of the season, 1 hour and 59 minutes.
Wow. There you go.
They're off today before the Mets come to town tomorrow night. The Braves claimed righty Cal Quantrill off waivers for the Marlins. The Canadian will add depth to the bullpen, had a 5.50 ERA over 24 starts with Miami this season. And don't forget that tomorrow night is World Series tonight. Over 30 former players and coaches will attend the Braves-Mets game to celebrate the 30th year of winning the 95 Fall Classic. Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, Greg Maddux will throw out the first pitch. And last night on the telecast, Glavine said he's going to be throwing...
We just lost. Oh, start again. Hold on. We lost you, Pete. We lost you for a second. Tom Glavine said what?
He's going to throw a changeup.
No, we lost him again. Wait a minute. Hold on. Everything's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we have storms going on, so we have interference with the.
Let's move on anyway.
No. What do you? I want to hear. What did Tom Glavine say?
Huge news in college football.
He's not going to
today,
tell me now.
After decades of
son of a
arguing,
bitch, not going to tell me what Tom Glavine
No, I'm not.
said.
I tried twice, and obviously,
but it's not my fault. The people want to hear it.
The radio gods have asked us to.
I'm not blaming you.
The people want to hear.
Radio gods have said no.
Yeah, screw the people.
All right, Tom Glavine said he's going to throw a. Okay, now, I'm trying to say it.
What?
That's all he throws these days.
It's changeup. Okay. Well, you didn't actually say the word. All right. Good.
Yeah, you need to reboot me because we're like 3-second delay at the moment.
All right, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is radio. This is modern radio, and storms happen and things happen, and it's still magic, and I still don't know why I talk into this, and you can hear it.
We got a massive thunderstorm going on up here. So that's what's happening.
Anyways,
at the
all right,
moment.
please go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, big news in college football today. After decades of arguing about it, the SEC will finally implement a 9-game football schedule beginning in 2026. That's 9 games in the conference next year. Every Southeastern Conference team will play every other team at least once every 2 years and will play every opponent home and away every 4 years. Each SEC school will play 3 annual opponents to maintain traditional rivalries. So it's the best of both worlds.
You like that? Pretty good program?
Yeah, they had to do it at some point, and I like to you got to keep the rivalries.
Yeah.
Quit trying to kill college football.
Yep.
That's just my opinion. Still no word on the severity of Falcons starting right tackle Caleb McGarry. Carted off the field yesterday with a leg injury. Head coach Raheem Moore says McGarry will miss some time, but he will not say how much, and he promises an update sometime tomorrow. So it doesn't sound good at the moment if he's going to miss that much, and they're being secretive about it. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid's office window, a bullet shot through it last year. Bullet lodged in the wall about 15 feet away from Reid was sitting. 2 other bullets struck the practice facility building around midnight, May 4th of 2024. No one injured. There have been no arrests. The Saints have named former Sooners and Gamecocks quarterback Spencer Rattler the starter for their final preseason game against the Broncos. They're the last NFL team to name a starter for their season opener.
Wow.
So we'll see. And guess which college football team will travel the most air miles this season?
Which college football team will most air miles? Well, probably one on the West Coast, UCLA or USC.
Further west.
Alaska, Hawaii.
Hawaii,
of course. Hawaii. I didn't think of that. Yeah,
27,000 miles, basically, they're going to be flying.
Man, that's got to be
Stanford,
brutal.
24K. The Ducks are third at 17,000. No SEC schools are even in the top 15 because we are still a regional conference, despite the fact we stretch from South Carolina to Texas now.
Can you imagine flying across the Pacific Ocean every time you wanted to play a football game?
Over and over.
Holy cow.
And a college football game between Iowa State and Kansas State will be played Saturday in Dublin, Ireland. And someone needs to tell the Tapped Late Bar and Kitchen there. The pub has an Iowa State Cyclones flag out front and also a Kansas flag, a Kansas Jayhawks flag, not a Kansas State University Wildcats flag.
Well.
Yeah, it's like putting a Tech flag up when Georgia's playing or vice versa. It's not good. This day, sports history, August 21st, 1987, Dale Murphy, 300th career home run, Atlanta beat Pittsburgh. 1901, after a heated confrontation with home plate umpire Tom Connolly, Orioles right-hander Iron Joe McGinnity calmly walks back to the dugout.
Did he?
Or he spits tobacco juice in the ump's face, leading to his arrest and a lifetime suspension from the game.
Oh, my.
After he apologizes, AL President Ban Johnson reinstates the popular hurler 12 days later.
Okay, well, that's good.
1908, after a dozen attempts, Senators backstop Gabby Street catches a baseball dropped by journalist Preston Gibson, who stood atop the 555-foot Washington Monument in D.C. Scientists estimate the ball traveled with a force of between 200 and 300 pounds. Gabby Street was 26.
Oh, I'll bet.
They had 2 caskets, one for his head, one for his body.
Oh, mercy.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, he actually lived, I think.
1931, Babe Ruth became the first major leaguer to hit 600 home runs as the Yankees beat the Browns. He was 36 years old. 1951, President Harry Truman nixes the selection of Major General Emmett O'Donnell as a commissioner of baseball, saying the officer needs to remain in his post as commander of bombers in Korea.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. 1977, Orioles third baseman Brooks Robinson announces his retirement before a game against the Twins. He wanted to make room on the roster for catcher Rick Dempsey. The 40-year-old future Hall of Famer Robinson, nicknamed the Human Vacuum Cleaner, 16 consecutive Gold Glove awards, played all 23-year career with Baltimore. He is the reason I was a third baseman my entire life. Him, Clete Boyer, and Darrell Evans, those 3 guys is why I wanted to play third base.
Yeah.
Mainly Brooks.
Was he the best third baseman?
Yes. Best defensive third baseman all time.
I was going to
Overall,
say best
Mike
catcher.
Schmidt.
He may not have the best arm, but he was.
He did have a great arm.
Yeah,
he just couldn't.
But he was the best
slow.
catcher of the ball. I think he was the best catcher of the ball.
Mike Schmitz, to me, is the best all-around third baseman. Yeah. But you got to look at the new guys too. That's what.
That's the other thing too. Yeah.
2005, Florida suspends their bat boy for 6 games after the 11-year-old accepts former Marlins and current Dodger hurler Brad Penny's $500 dare to drink a gallon of milk in less than an hour without throwing up.
Oh, you can't do it.
The 6th grader drinks the quantity in the allotted time but can't keep it down. So the Milk Processor Education Program, or MIP, promises to pay off the dare and cover the lost wages, resulting in suspension if he agrees to drink 3 glasses of milk every 24 hours.
And by the way, that's an old famous college kid bet or high school bet to drink a gallon or a quart of milk, and the body will not allow you to keep it in your system. Your body will not let you do it. So you're going to throw up.
Or whatever it goes in, And in 2022, the Rays of Tampa Bay 9-batter starting lineup against the Royals featured 8 players, 9 players from 8 different countries, a major league first. They had, let's see, the United States, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Colombia, Venezuela, Mexico, Panama, and Taiwan.
Wow. And this was which team?
This was Tampa Bay in 3 years ago.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Pete Day, we got a lot more coming up to 5:30. Camera Pete and Flounder Thursday, and off we go. 404-741-1230 if you want to join us, and we're recapping everything here right up till 6 o'clock. See what's going on. Look out.
Extra 106.3 app is your live connection to the station, streaming free across Georgia. But it's also loaded with all our original shows and podcasts. Listen to exclusive shows from Janelle King, Ben Burnett, and so many more. Grab the Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
When you buy a Subaru from Subaru of Gwinnett, you're buying more than a vehicle. You're buying safety for your family and something that will last a long, long time. In other words, you're buying trust. For a limited time, you can celebrate amazing offers on the all-new Forester, Crosstrek, or Outback during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, now through September 2nd. And you'll love more than just your new Subaru. You'll love the dedicated staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. With some of the best service specials in the area and a team you know you can trust, you'll ride with peace of mind knowing that Subaru of Gwinnett has your back. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you'll find the Subaru model you've always dreamed about at a price that makes that dream come true. But you need to get in by September 2nd to take advantage. We'll make it easy. Just start with a test drive, and before you know it, you'll be in the Subaru you love. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com, then stop by on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth. SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Thinking about buying a firearm for home defense or personal safety, but don't know where to start? Start with True Prep. They're a family-owned store focused on education, safety, and community. Their Firearm Fundamentals for First-Time Buyers Workshop has been so popular, they've added a new date on August 24th to meet the demand. Plus, they just launched a sale, 20% off all used guns and gear, excluding consignments, now through August 31st. Learn about the purchasing process, gun safety, selecting the right gun, and more. Visit TruePrep.com. That's TRUPrep.com to sign up today.
We have all been in bad relationships at some time or another in our life. They drain us, they weigh us down, and they wear on us. So we just resolve that things won't change, and then we decide to live with it and make the best of a bad situation. That's also what my pain felt like. I tried everything, and I guess I just stopped expecting better. I just resolved to myself that maybe this is just my life. With Relief Factor, you don't have to stay in that relationship with pain. You can break up with pain, like Anthony did. He wrote to me and told me, I was dealing with debilitating pain and fatigue. I've been taking Relief Factor for about 2 months, and I am back to running my own business. I'm back to fishing and gardening and all the things that are truly important to me in my life. Relief Factor is the 100% drug-free solution that targets the inflammation causing your pain, back, neck, joints, wherever it hurts. Break up with your pain. Try Relief Factor, the 3-week quick start, $19.95. Visit relieffactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF.
Braves country, don't miss out as division rivals the New York Mets come to Truist Park August 22nd through the 24th, presented by your local Ford dealer. On Sunday the 24th, the first 3,000 kids through the gates will receive the Bat Hat cover. It's like a golf driver cover, but specifically made for baseball and softball bats. And after the game, kids can run the bases, presented by Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. It's the perfect Sunday fun day. Get your tickets at Braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
My name is Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger and deployed to several combat zones in support of the global war on terror. Veterans bring excellence through our work ethic, skills, and civic duty. However, transitioning to civilian life can be difficult, as we all share a loss of purpose when leaving the military. Returning veterans have earned and deserve our support so they can thrive on their journey home. The Warrior Alliance understands the challenge and is helping warriors navigate to success after service. Join us in changing thousands of lives for the better. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
Here today with Evan Ward, host of North Georgia's Retirement Game Plan. And Evan, we're told to enjoy retirement, but frugal investors often worry about overspending and running out of money. So when it comes to your clients, how can you help ease some of those worries?
Well, it starts with income planning. And, here's one of the most common mistakes. It's almost every single person when we first meet with them, they have no income plan. Mm-hmm. They have a thought, they have a hope, they have hey, if we make enough money, we'll be able, hopefully, to make this money last, but there's no plan. And so we build comprehensive income plan that we know this is how we're exactly going to pay your bills in retirement, and more so because, look, retiring isn't about, well, I've got enough to survive. It's about enjoying life. You didn't work 30, 40 years of your life to get by in retirement. You did it to enjoy the things that you've always wanted to do. And so we're going to build a second component that covers that quality of life, that every month, every year, regardless of what's happening with the market, regardless of what's happening in your life, this money's coming in like clockwork, and you never have to worry about it. You never have to stress about it. You're going to be able to keep the lights on and enjoy the kind of lifestyle that you're looking for.
The name of the show is North Georgia's Retirement Game Plan. And Evan, you say it all the time on the show, a play is not a plan. You've got to have that comprehensive game plan when it comes to your retirement.
You've got to. It's the only way to, one, make sure it's going to work, and two, make sure it's going to work efficiently.
If you'd like to schedule that complimentary retirement income review, call Evan Ward and his team with Atlas Retirement. That number is 678-736-7799. Again, it's 678-736-7799. Or you can always reach them at the website. It's atlasretirement.net. That's atlasretirement.net. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your wardrobe, even your lawn. So why not upgrade the part of your home that actually protects your family? Southern Exteriors specializes in roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and they're making it easier than ever before with 10% off any job or 12 months of 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I know the folks at Southern Exteriors. They show up, they do it right, and they stand behind their work. Call them today, 8779-SOUTHERN, or visit southernexteriors.co.
Donald Trump live, talking to law enforcement, ready to go on patrol tonight. Let's go live to Washington.
We've done in Washington, D.C., from people that haven't gone to a restaurant literally in 4 years. And they said, what you've done it's unprecedented, because what they said it was just unsafe. We couldn't do it. We'd go out and you'd see the stories, you'd read the stories, you'd see all of the things that are happening. And they said we couldn't stand it, sir. And now I take my wife and my kids to dinner. One of them said he's gone out 4 nights in a row, and he hadn't gone out for 4 years. So it's a great tribute to you. And when I look at you people, I understand why. Because
he's with law enforcement.
There's no games, right? We're not playing games. We're going to make it safe. And we're going to then go on to other places. But we're going to stay here for a while. We want to make this absolutely perfect. It's our capital. And I guess it used to be many years ago safe, but it's certainly not had a very good run. And you got to be strong, you got to be tough, you got to do your job. Whatever it takes to do your job, you got to do your job. But the crime numbers are way down. I'm looking at, you saw some of the stats, they just read them out to me inside, the numbers that we haven't seen here ever. And I think it's probably right now, to me, I feel very safe now, and I'm hearing people are very safe, but I know within 2 weeks, it's going to be, Pam, it's going to be at a level that's even far superior. So I just wanted to thank you all. You're doing incredible. You're incredible people. You make the country run, frankly. You make the whole place run. We're going to have the best Capitol ever. We're going to have it's going to look better than it ever did. Even at the White House, I'm building a ballroom. They've been after a ballroom for 150 years, but they never had a real estate guy as a president. You know, I've done a lot of ballrooms, and we're going to make this one the best of them all. But we're doing a real job. As far as the country's concerned, we're respected again. We had a country that was laughed at a year ago. They thought they couldn't understand what was happening. And it's about leadership, but we had a country that was a dead country in many ways. Went to Saudi Arabia, I went to Qatar, I went to UAE. We came back with $5.1 trillion of investment in this country, and we're over $17 trillion. Now, a lot of you don't know what that means, and nobody knows what it means because it's never happened before. In 5 months, because really it's a 5-month, even though we're here 7, but we started 5 months ago in terms of investment, and we have, because they see what's happened to our country, we're going to be over 17 trillion with a T, dollars of investment. There's never been anything close. If we did 1 trillion in a year, and we're talking about over a 5-month period, maybe 6 months if you look at it, but over $17 trillion. We're building plants, auto plants, AI plants, all sorts of plants all over the country. I'm giving them the right. Lee Zeldin's done a fantastic job. We give him the right to build electric plants. They become almost like a public utility because we have old grids. We have a lot of stuff that's old. We wouldn't be able to compete with China AI. And now we're totally leading the AI race and the artificial intelligence. It's a big deal. And it's the hottest thing there is for probably in 35, 40 years. It's a lot of people don't know what it is. Just trust me, it's very hot. It's big. But they need massive amounts of electricity. They need more electricity than we have right now in the whole country servicing everything. In other words, we have to at least double it up to be competitive and to be leading. And we're more than doubling it up. And what I'm doing is I'm letting all of these very rich companies, and they've got nothing but they got a lot of money, and they want to invest it in the United States, and they're building big plants, but they're building electric plants with it. I said, you build your building, and these are buildings that cost $30, $40, $50 billion when you include everything that's inside, all the technology. I said, I'm going to let you build electric plants to fire your own electricity, and anything that you have left over, you sell it back into the grid. So all of these big factories that are being built are building their own electric plants fired by oil and gas. They're not fired by wind, by the way, because wind doesn't work, but we won't say that. It destroys everything. It looks terrible. It's a very expensive form of energy. And we're not doing the wind. We're going back to fossil fuel. I hope not too many of you people are going to be upset, but we have to go back to what works. We can't be foolish. But we're building massive electric plants all over the country. The companies are building, and then they sell it back into the grid. But we're building numbers that nobody's ever seen. We're auto plants. We have many auto plants going up, whereas during the last 4 years, as you know, we had like none. People weren't investing here. So where they weren't investing and they were leaving. But I just finished by saying this. So I was with the King of Saudi Arabia. I was with all of the NATO leaders a couple of weeks ago, and they are putting up not 2%, but 5%. They said 5% of GDP, that's a lot of money. They'll have trillions of dollars put up. They were putting up 2, but they weren't paying it. Now they're putting up 5, and they're all paying it. And they all said the same thing. They said, 1 year ago, your country was dead. We never thought it was coming back. And now you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. These are the leaders of other countries, the prime ministers and the presidents, every one of them said essentially the same thing, said we had a dead country, and we were. We felt that way, and we were. And this place was emblematic of it with the crime, the horrible crime. And, you know, I watch these phony reports. Oh, we were on the way back. They weren't on the way back. It was worse than ever just a short while ago. But now it's going to be, I think now, right now, it's better than it has been in years. And in a couple of weeks, it's going to be even far better than that. And everybody's safe now. Everybody feels safe. And they're all coming in. And people are now coming in. They're making reservations to come in. And they want to be in Washington, D.C. One of the things we're going to be redoing is your parks. I'm very good at grass because I have a lot of golf courses all over the place. I know more about grass than any human being, I think, anywhere in the world. And we're going to be regrassing all of your parks, all brand new sprinkler systems, the best that you can buy, just like the Augusta. No, it'll look like Augusta. It'll look like, more importantly, Trump National Golf Club. That's even better.
This guy's unbelievable.
We're going to have all brand new, beautiful grass. You know, like everything else, grass has a life. Do you know that? Grass has a life. You know, we have a life and grass has a life. And the grass here died about 40 years ago.
Best grass. Look at the best grass. This is unbelievable.
It's going to happen fast.
He's holding the mic. He's doing. He's entertaining the crowd. He's holding the mic, the handheld mic.
I'll get this place fixed up physically, and we're going to be so proud of it at the end of 6 months. But let's say at the end of a year, this place will be maxed out in terms of beauty. You'll have all new surfaces. You'll have all new medians. Everything's going to look beautiful. A lot of your signs are going to be taken down. They've been up for 40 years. They look like hell. They're barely standing up. They're falling off their holders. And we're going to have all new everything. And I want to just thank Doug for doing such an incredible job. You've been unbelievable.
Doug Bassett, what's his name?
No, he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing guy. Everybody love him. We love you. And his wife is so incredible. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Pam, thank you very much.
Bondi.
What a job. People don't realize. They're going to see. She'll go down as the greatest Attorney General we've had. I really mean it, too. And where's my Christy? You dear. Thank you very much. She's
dear Christy,
incredible. And she can ride a horse like nobody. She gets on those horses. She rips those horses around. I want to thank you very much. And Steve Miller, so fantastic. And Todd Blanche, who's been with me so long. And
I guess that's... I mean, again, he's got a big crowd there. And Donald Trump has got a handheld mic walking around doing the thing. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, you've never seen anything like this. No one has ever been like this. 546, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. What a story.
Extra 106.3 is Atlanta's home for NASCAR, and we have live races every weekend from across the country. Check out extra1063.com for the full schedule and join us this weekend for live NASCAR action.
There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping across Braves country. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is your go-to car wash destination for a game day ready ride. Experience Major League Clean at Tidal Wave, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves. Stay clean car happy all season long with membership discounts, exclusive giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for details.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Knowledge is power. Coach Pete's local trusted advisor, Craig Chandler of Chandler Wealth Management, knows that. And Coach Pete knows the importance of making sure you understand your retirement plan.
Education is the key to many things in life, including retirement. Retirement is a very, very important time, so we've set aside time on our calendar to meet with listeners. We discuss your immediate concerns, your needs for retirement, your wants, your desires. From there, we give you some clarity surrounding one of the most vital aspects of your financial life through a free strategic planning session or second planning review. And let's make sure you're still on that track you need to be on. This includes a fee analysis where we identify financial termites, that's too much risk, fees, and commissions, and a personalized and comprehensive report of your current situation, as well as a long-term financial retirement and income plan to help you not only reach your goals, but surpass your goals and have fun all the way through retirement.
800-419-6164. 800-419-6164. 800-419-6164.
Hey, Atlanta's Mark from the Safe House. I have a question for you. Am I the only person pissed off with the mainstream fake news, liberal judges,
and whiny liberal politicians
who don't realize why Donald Trump is president, and fake safes? And you may wonder, why fake safes? Well, a fake safe is like Joe Biden, cheap and ineffective. A real safe from the Atlanta Safe House is like Donald Trump, tough, effective, and provides peace of mind when you need it the most. So drop by Atlanta Safe House and check out the largest selection of safes in the Southeast and see what a real safe looks like. So go to atlantasafehouse.com.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Okay, you're driving along. Suddenly you hear that horrible sound of metal and crunching. It's an accident. Even if it's a little minor fender bender, man, that could be a nightmare. First, obviously, take care of yourself. But before you make a deal with an insurance company or anybody else, call David Van Sant with Van Sant Law. You know why? Because he used to work for the insurance company, so he knows how to get the right settlement and right away. Van Sant Law. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, they don't get paid. Protecting your interests. Insurance is great, but it's complicated. 855-GA-INJURY or vansantlaw.com. I love this song. Oh, yeah. This actually was a huge history hit because on this day in 1961, it went to number one. The quintet called themselves the Marvels, encouraged by their teacher to enter a talent show where the top three acts would be offered a trip to audition for Motown record label. 1961, the Marvels came in fourth, but the school fought for the foursome to be able to audition anyway. They were advised to come back with their own composition. Georgia Dobbins contacted a guy named William Garrett, a local musician, for permission to use his song, Mr. Postman. He said, okay, as long as he would receive songwriting credit. He turned his blues tune into a teenager-approved doo-wop sound. Please, Mr. Postman was not only the debut single by the Marvels, who are now going by the title The Marvelettes, it also became the first number one single hit record by Motown. The Beatles did their own version of the song in 1963, became another number one hit when the Carpenters covered the song. Billboard named the song Please Mr. Postman number 22 on their list of the 100 greatest girl group songs of all time. Mr. Poe. I love this song by the Marvelettes. Old 60s rock and roll. A couple of birthday things here. Pete Davis, so much of sports stuff. Craig Counsell, the Milwaukee manager. I think he's still Milwaukee's manager, 55. Jim McMahon. No. Oh, he's not? Is he
Cubs manager.
I'm sorry? He's a Cubs manager now? Oh, I beg your pardon. Again, I didn't. I should have known that. Jim McMahon, I thought he died. Isn't he? Is he still alive? Jim McMahon is 66 if he's still alive. I know he's had horrible problems because of football injuries and stuff, brain things and everything. Willie Lanier. Oh, boy, I remember Willie Lanier was a freaking monster. Hall of Famer, 80 years old. Willie Lanier, one of the most ferocious linemen you'll probably ever see in your life. Kim Cattrall is 69. She was in Sex and the City, Mannequin, Porky's. Remember Porky's up in the attic, or
she was the screamer.
She was the screamer. Agnes of God, Police Academy. Kim Cattrall is 69 years old today. And let's see. Just a quick thing here. We're kind of running out of time. But this was the day in 1887. A guy named Dan Casey struck out in the ninth inning of a game against the New York Giants. A sports columnist named Ernest L. Thayer went home and began to work on a poem he entitled Casey at the Bat. And mighty Casey has struck out. And again, I can't believe I kick it myself because I don't remember the specifics, but I was honored to be able to read the poem Casey at the Bat to the musical accompaniment of a symphony orchestra, which was either the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, which I think it was, or it might have been at Georgia Tech Pavilion when I did. But I did the recitation of Casey at the Bat with a live orchestra. What a thrill that was. I mean, talk about nervous. Anyway, Casey at the Bat from 1887.
Is there video of this?
I don't know. I didn't take any, but again, I used to know a lot of that stuff. I once emceed a concert with Sammy Davis Jr. and his personal orchestra leader. You're in 88 or 91. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Another baseball-related incident that you claim that's not able to prove.
I know. I can't prove anything, damn it. And we're going to do tweets in a second. I've been promising it. But first thing, Donald Trump just mentioned live that he's got $17 trillion worth of things. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a little kid or a boy, a mathematician or a school-age kid, this is kind of a fun thing to do with them. Ask them how long do they think it would take them to count to 1 million? 1,000, 2, 3, just a regular normal voice of counting 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Ask your kid how long it would take them to count to 1 million without stopping. It would take, again, rounding off, it would take about 12 days to count to 1 million. 12 days without stopping. How long would it take you to count to 1 trillion? 32,000 years. 32,000 years to count to 1 trillion. I mean, that's astounding to me, how big those numbers are when we think about how big. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm done. 555, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And we got, what's that? There we go. We got one-liners. We got, jokes and memes and stuff. We got Blue Cookie Man drunk around. We also got Pete's tweets.
WNBA star Sophie Cunningham tweets, "Stop throwing dildos on the court. You're going to hurt one of us." To which Red responds, "Stop playing basketball on the dildo range." Ironically, Sophie is out for the rest of the season after being injured by one of her thuggish opponents, not a dildo.
Well, there you are.
And finally, Bill Gates. How does one man manage to block the sun, cover your produce with chemicals, bioengineer mosquitoes, insert fake meat into the food supply, and openly advocate for population control through vaccines without being considered a global threat or a Bond villain?
Great question. How about a Babylon Bee entry? Donald Trump to receive Nobel Prize for getting Zelensky to wear a suit. Or California issues commercial driver's license to Stevie Wonder. And Trump
Did you
says,
see the Cracker Barrel one?
Yeah, tell him what that was. Just popped up.
The only person who can say Cracker Barrel and has Sydney Sweeney in a tight T-shirt.
Cracker Barrel T-shirt. The only person on the planet to save Cracker Barrel, a tight Cracker Barrel. And by the way, that's probably true. I mean, if they were smart, they say even Sydney Sweeney thinks we got it, or so, you know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know how freaking weird is that. 5:57. Oh, we're almost out of time. By the way, Senator Amy Klobuchar. I think I might have mispronounced that. The liberal from, Minnesota, says she denies that she ever said that Sydney Sweeney had the perfect toddies or the Democrats were too ugly to go outside. It was she claims it was a deep fake. We know she truly believes this, though. She said, "I could immediately tell that someone was using footage hearing to make a deep fake, but she said, we want ugly fat bitches wearing pink wigs and nose-ass fake nails being loud and twerking on top of a cop car at Waffle House because they didn't get extra ketchup. That's what we want for Democrats. Just because we're the party of ugly people doesn't mean we can't be featured in ads, okay? And Sydney Sweeney has perfect tatas." And now she's denying it. Anyway. And by the way, Flounder's funny before we shoot off here. Here you go. What do you got?
Job interview.
Pardon me?
2 guys left for the job interview. An Irish guy and an Indian guy. So the Irish guy goes up first. And the rules of the interview are you've got to use 3 words in a sentence. Be very creative. The words are green, yellow, and pink. So the Irish guy's like, okay, I woke up one morning. It looked outside my house. And that's a green grass. And for the first time in many years, there was some sunshine. Yellow sunshine. And I looked a little bit further, and there was a couple of pink pigs. The interviewer was like, fantastic. You're in with a good shout. Indian guy stressing. He's like, oh my God. That was very good, yeah, but I don't know. And he was like, come on, man, you got something. Just try something. I was like, okay. Well, yesterday, my phone rang. It was going green, 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 green. Green, green. So, I picked up the phone. And I said, yellow?
There you go.
That was actually a person in the crowd that they brought up just to do a joke, and he did a pretty good
kidding.
one.
Boy, good for him. Anyway, thank you again, Mabel, for my beautiful little drawing from the ink pens I brought for your mommy, Tiffany, here at work. Boy says, let her rip Friday. Anything goes tomorrow. Pete Davis and Flounder, have a great one. In the meantime, Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Look out.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.
This is the Fox News Alert. A report of an active shooter on a college campus. I'm Lee Silicera. Villanova University outside Philadelphia on lockdown.
The Radnor Township Police Department says officials are on location at Villanova University for a report of an active shooter. Posting online, all nearby residents and students are asked to shelter in place at this time. Students taking to social media to say the university's alert system told them to lock and barricade doors and move to secure locations. Another alert warning folks to stay away from the law school.
Fox's Christian Goodwin. Classes at the private Catholic University have not started yet. Students are there for orientation and registration. President Trump thanking officers this evening in Washington, D.C.
It's the capital. It's going to be the best in the world.
Vice President Vance and Defense Chief Hegseth visited with National Guard soldiers in Union Station yesterday. A state of emergency declared in North Carolina, even as Hurricane Erin edges away from the East Coast.
The wind and surf have been battering the beaches of the Outer Banks since early this morning. Fortunately, here in Kitty Hawk, the high tide right after sunrise did not breach the dune. It got right up to the edge of the fence. Another high tide this evening will be uneventful. However, some sound side flooding this evening down in Carteret County as that north wind pushes the water their way.
Fox Weather's Mike Seidel in Kitty Hawk. The storm will continue to bring the threat of dangerous rip currents and coastal flooding into the weekend from the Carolinas to New England. The Supreme Court has ruled the Trump administration can slash $783 million in research funding in its push to cut diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. The High Court's conservative majority lifted a judge's order blocking the cuts made by the National Institutes of Health to align with President Trump's priorities. Plaintiffs had argued the cuts will inflict incalculable losses in public health and human life. Wall Street, the Dow lost 152. America's listening to Fox News.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
The most serious felony charges against two former Louisville police officers are dropped in the Breonna Taylor case.
Former Louisville police detective Joshua Janes and Sergeant Kyle Meany were accused of providing and lying about false information in a warrant to search Breonna Taylor's home in 2020. A federal judge ruling the former officers shouldn't be charged with depriving Taylor's rights. They still face lesser charges, with Jane's attorney, Thomas Clay, saying there's more to the story, which will come out.
And we look forward to proceeding with whatever they intend to do.
Taylor was shot and killed when her boyfriend, the subject of the warrant, first opened fire on police during the execution of the warrant search, which found nothing inside her home. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
The former detectives who fired the shots that struck Taylor, John Mattingly and Miles Cosgrove, were not charged because they didn't know about the false information in the search warrant. Walmart raised some prices in recent months, but shoppers still see Walmart as the place to save.
Walmart says it's raising prices on about 10% of what it sells. It is absorbing most of the cost from tariffs. Sales rose in the recent quarter. It's selling more fresh food, pantry